Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
These dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Woman, I ain't fooling. I'm gonna send ya back to schooling. Way down inside, honey, you really need it. I'm gonna give you my love.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my love.
Okay.
Oh, want a whole lot of love.
Okay.
Want a whole lot of love.
I'm scared.
Want a whole lot of love.
Okay.
Want a whole lot of love. You've been learning, baby, I've been learning. All the good times, baby, baby, I've been learning. Way down inside, I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you everything, my love. Gonna give you my love. Yeah. All right, let's go. Want a whole lot of love. Want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love.
Go ahead, go and leave out.
Hey, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. Hey, on XM Satellite Radio.
Leave. Go ahead, leave. I pardon you.
Go ahead, go and leave out.
You've been
I
good,
pardon you.
baby, I've been drooling. All the good times, baby, baby, I've been misusing.
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
Way down inside, I'm gonna give you my love.
What?
I'm gonna give you, it's my love.
What?
Gonna give you my love.
What?
Hey, all right. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start this damn radio program.
Want a whole lot of love.
Are you on it again? It's gonna take a while, though.
Yeah, it takes forever. Hate this guy. That long? It's still on.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Page is jamming right now.
Jesus.
Way
Oh.
down
Oh, it was a big ending. That's right.
woman, you need.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What an
Shut
ass.
for me, girl. I want to be your backdoor man.
That's
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Ooh! Oh! Ooh! Yeah!
Shut up.
I keep it going, baby.
Keep it cool.
I keep it going, baby.
Okay.
Keep it going, baby. Get up for them, baby.
All right, that's it for the rocker.
wow. The rocker stinks on ice.
RAWKER, the rocker.
Yeah.
That video's up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com, and that's how we start today's show.
Yes.
Good morning,
Morning.
Anthony.
Morning.
Good morning, Jimmy
Opie,
Norton.
Jimmy Norton. Ben.
I pardon you.
I pardon you.
Go ahead, go and leave out. behalten, ja.
We got them all for you, Jimmy.
I love that guy.
Do the other one for him that we got overnight.
All right. Where is it? Let me see. I know it's here somewhere.
We've updated our instant replays.
Spanking new. Oh, is it in the Full Metal Jacket ones?
Who knows?
No. Let me see.
That's the problem when we update the instant replays. Then it takes time to find where
Yeah,
they are.
It takes a while. I'll dig it up.
All
It's
right.
one from Full Metal Jacket. One of Jimmy's. One that Jimmy likes. Yeah, I'll find it later.
Wow.
Go ahead, go on, leave behalten, ja.
Bothering me.
And as the guy's walking away, it's just eating at him that he didn't murder him for leaving the ring in the tub.
Of course, it's killing him. That hardening stuff didn't work for him.
He did shoot him, right?
Yeah.
I know he started shooting at him. I don't remember if he actually shot him.
Later on, he shoots at him a few times and then hits him.
All right. Almost all New Orleans police are on looter patrol. That's the latest.
Looter.
That's the latest headline from Fox News.
They've taken him off of the search and rescue, the cops, and put him on looter detail.
Looter, is that how they're spelling it now?
Looter. And there's a little headline in the paper today with a cop standing there with a gun, with a scope on it, and it says, "You loot, I shoot." Nice, it rhymes.
There's a lot of those signs going up. I saw another one.
Yeah.
All looters will be shot.
Be shot.
And there's a guy just sitting in front of his place. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a business or whatever.
Yep.
With a shotgun just waiting.
We got one of the cops actually talking to one of the looters.
Go ahead, go on, leave behalten, ja.
Now, that's not going to get the job done.
It is just an absolute mess down there still.
Yes.
And the looters are just slowly but surely, moving out from downtown.
They said they're moving into more populated areas, and that seemed to be the problem. They got to nip it in the bud, as they say.
Well, these people at this point will do just about anything to get out of New Orleans.
You get a little brave and brazen, I think. If you're roaming around a really desolate, abandoned city, and you've pretty much stolen everything you can, you might get together with your band of merry men and decide, let me go to the outskirts a little. I'll push a little further. We could start going into some of these houses maybe and lifting some stuff. And you kind of build up almost a momentum,
Yeah.
You want to get out there and steal some more and get some more goods while the getting's good, And they want to stop that, so they've put the cops on looter detail.
Well, a lot of carjackings going on, too.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And most of those people are just trying to get a car to get the hell out.
Trying to get out.
Yeah.
Bus pulled up to the Astrodome in Houston where they're taking the Superdome people last night, and they weren't ready for them. They're like, well, they're not even supposed to be here. It was a bus that was just kind of taken by some people. There was a 20-year-old guy driving the bus, people in the back, and they just decided they heard that the Astrodome was taking refugees, so they just drove there. God knows where he got the bus, how he got it started, where the driver is, laying on the side of a road somewhere.
Amazing.
But it's one of those survival of the fittest situations right now. You can't look in from your house sitting there watching television at night and think, oh, that's awful, or they shouldn't do that, or you should have done this, unless you're put in this situation. This is do stuff or die. So you're not going to sit there and go, well, it might not be right for me to go into that grocery store and take some of the food or take some clothing or whatever. And you just can't think like that because it's you either do it or you die. That's it.
What about these news guys? You got to think they're in a lot of danger at this point.
I saw Shep on Fox last night talking to some pretty pissed off people. He's standing on a highway that just kind of goes right into the water. And he's standing, he had a great spot. It was a spot where people had been trudging through water for hours on end, maybe even days, a couple of days or a day. And this is the first dry land they've come to. So they've just been trudging through this water. They step up onto this highway. They're finally dry out of this thing. And there's Shepard Smith shoving a microphone in their face going, how do you feel?
How do you feel?
How do you feel? The people were pissed. And I was thinking, one woman was like eyeing him to the side, like, oh, she's going to crack him over the head with something. A little dangerous, I think, for the news people.
I saw Shepard Smith. He was trying to do one of his reports, and there were a few people behind him, and you could tell he was very uncomfortable that they were right behind him.
Well, that probably happens anyway.
Because these guys look like they meant business, and they were debating if they should, mug him there on live TV.
Yeah.
He might have something that might help him in this situation.
They were. As a matter of fact, I think they were going to jump him, and then one guy chimed in.
Go ahead, go on, leave.
Well, I got the latest headlines in front of me as far as this whole mess goes.
Yeah.
The exodus from the Superdome to the Houston Astrodome has begun. I believe some of the buses have started to arrive in Houston. Temporary move, obviously, although the Astrodome is available until December.
Yeah, their schedule's cleared till December, but, I can't see. Where are these people going to
go? And what happens at the Houston Astrodome in December? What is more important? That's what I want to know. That it's only available until December.
It's probably some electronics convention or something stupid like that. Something we're going to be at.
It's probably where the Trekkies are going to be. And
Star Trek.
They got to clear out the people by December.
Sorry.
Where are the Astros going to play? I mean, obviously, they're still in the middle of the season. They moved them to where? Does anybody know?
No, don't they have another stadium?
Yeah, they got a new stadium.
The Houston Astrodome has just been kind of sitting there, the old one.
They used it
built
for
40 years ago.
Conventions or other little things that happen in the city.
They don't know what to do with it. Supposedly, they were just going to, destroy it or whatever.
Knock it down
and make it a parking lot or whatever. But I think they play right next door in a new stadium with one of those roofs that kind of...
The sliding roof.
They're gonna make Astrodome IDs. You have to have it's gonna be like a little community.
Well, they said it's gonna be a refugee camp that's almost like a small city. They're bringing in a hospital facility.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
22,000 cots. I thought that's where you were going.
Yeah, they're gonna have cots. So you're gonna have something that amounts to a hotel, a hospital, restaurants. They're gonna have to use the two locker rooms in the place to get 20,000 people showered on some type of schedule, which just seems incomprehensible. All the food that's got to be brought in, the water. This is a pretty huge undertaking. There was a family that drove up last night. They finally got out of Louisiana, out of New Orleans, drove to the Astrodome, and were turned away because they said that they are just taking Superdome people. So if you're resourceful enough to have gotten out and driven over to the Astrodome, they wouldn't let you in. If you actually went to the Superdome and went in there, you would have gotten in. Wow. I guess it's a reward for the hell that those people have had to go through for a couple of days.
Couldn't you just lie and say we came from the Superdome, but the guy was out there and wouldn't let us? They go, what? You go, no, come on, we were just trying to go, but the guy was
there.
Like,
my friend back there, he'll talk to you. They pulled up in a car, I guess, and they wouldn't let him in because they're only taking Superdome people.
Anyone scalping tickets, you think?
I got two.
I need a miracle.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Mark in Oklahoma City. Mark, what's going on?
Hi, guys. Hi, Big Daddy. I was wondering if you guys saw that news clip. I think it was on MSNBC. I can't remember the reporter's name, where he caught the two lady cops looting.
Really?
Yeah. And they were walking down. I think they were walking down.
I heard about this just to break in, because I know Mark likes to babble like a motherfucker.
Not today.
You've been with us, and no, it's all right. Hold on a minute. We're gonna have a conversation for once. Mark's been with us from day one, and he just likes to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I guess there is video they shot of looters, and they have. There was in this particular incident, they had cops actually looting along with the people.
What were they looting?
I don't remember.
Was it food or merchandise?
Huh?
A TV, the cops
shoes
on plasma TV or something?
Plasma TV.
Yeah, or something like that.
That's not. That's inexcusable.
Maybe he was hungry.
A plasma television.
The reporter asked her what she was doing, and she said, "My job." And he said, "Oh, to take shoes."
Oh boy.
And she didn't say nothing. And then it sounded like the lady cops tried to turn it around on the reporter, like, "What are you doing in here?"
Right.
Well, that would be the response you would have to give. You're completely guilty. They snagged you. What are you doing here? No. What are you doing?
Right.
Well, she got me.
Scott in Ohio, what's up?
What's up, Opie?
Hey.
Hello, Squat.
Anthony, you're an asshole.
All right. Please explain, sir.
These fucking people were supposed to get the hell out of Dodge before the hurricane hit. Now you feel sorry for them?
Well, it's very hard not to feel bad for some of these people. Not all of them, but some of them,
Well, I agree. The people that couldn't get out, I understand. But half these goddamn idiots could have got out well before.
I agree. I agree with you. I've seen a lot of the news clips of a lot of young, very healthy-looking men that could have gotten out some way, somehow could have gotten out of that city. Decided not to.
young, healthy men who are doing all the looting.
Well, but there are some people that you see, very old people, people with kids that it's really hard for them to get out of the city. What are you going to do, you know?
Well, if you've got kids, you find a way to get out of the city.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
You don't put your kids in harm's way.
No. Is there a woman in Louisiana that is over the age of 12 and under 400 pounds?
It's awful.
I have been watching the news. I'm stunned. Every guy is rail thin, and every woman is 400 pounds. I have never seen so many overweight, obese women in my life. It's all going on down there. They must eat horribly. Just horrible food down there.
That good Southern cooking.
Southern food, all fried and have fat backs, and I don't know what the hell they're eating there, but I didn't see one woman over the age of like 12 that was under 400 pounds.
All right, more of the headlines.
Poor helicopters.
More of the headlines, guys. Displaced children are being accepted into Texas schools.
Yep.
Because they got to get these kids in school. Search and rescue teams have only been able to access about half of the places affected by Katrina.
Yeah.
So they haven't even begun to see the rest of the damage and see if there's anybody around still that may be alive. 100 people dead in Biloxi. That is way low, obviously. Waveland, Mississippi has essentially been wiped off the map. No buildings have been left standing whatsoever in Waveland, Mississippi. Infected floodwaters can cause illness through the pores. It does not have to be ingested. By the way, you and I heard the same creep. That guy. I hate that guy.
That creep, Michael Baden.
Michael Baden.
The coroner that does that HBO show. Oh, what a ghoul he is.
What a ghoul, man. Nothing affects this guy. It's like, ugh.
His whole life is about death.
Yeah, he talks about creepy death like we would talk about, I don't know, porno.
Oh, the ball game or something.
Right.
You know, you might have seen him on HBO. He had those autopsy specials on HBO, and they're very entertaining to watch, you know. Very informative, but just creepy, and he is such a ghoul.
Oh, and you know what's funny is the maggots in the body. I said, let me look in the maggots because that will tell me what the person ate. All right, thank you.
Did you see the one where he talked about the serrations in the French fry from the restaurant they were at, and it was in the woman's stomach or something? And when we pulled the French fries out of her stomach. Oh, jeez, you ghoul.
How does he do an NPR show?
What the hell fell?
What fell, Jimmy?
The bottom panel just fell on my foot.
Oh, no.
The
catastrophe. We're going to have to evacuate the studio. It's coming apart.
We're going to have to get a lawyer.
Oof. Oh, you hurt your knee?
Wow. Well,
that ghoul was talking about the impact that all these floodwaters are going to have on people and the disease and that's going to sprout up and how many people are going to die. Oh, it was just creepy.
It really was creepy. You know this guy does autopsies without Vicks or any of that crap.
No, nothing.
He's just taking very deep breaths as he cuts away at the body.
He's the one that kind of smirks at the rookie that comes in and has to vomit in the sink.
Yeah, like,
you kid.
You rookie.
You're nothing. Wait till I take the top of his skull off.
All right, road closures, obviously, emergency phone numbers. All right, that's all we have for now. Okay.
Yeah, they're saying that it could get in your pores and cause infection, but they're also saying that there's going to be a big problem with people not drinking fresh water or eating good food. And the first symptoms that are going to pop up is, of course, diarrhea. So you're going to have a lot of people with diarrhea all over the city.
Just crapping in the streets.
Just taking a dump wherever you can. That's what they're doing now. There are no toilets. So you got about 100,000 people taking dumps where? I would hate to be outside that Superdome because they're just finding wherever they can and squatting to take a dump.
Can you imagine?
Nasty.
All right, let's say hi to Pete. Supposedly he's in New Orleans. Pete, what's up?
Hey, man, it's Steve. What's up?
What are you doing, buddy?
We are helping with all this shit over here. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
man. Talking about shitting everywhere. There's piss under the bridge. It sucks. It really sucks.
It sucks.
Are you helping with the relief effort?
Yeah, we got here yesterday, and we started triaging and taking people off the helicopters. I don't know what's been on the news, but we're under that building with all the broken-ass glass, the real tall blue glass building, Causeway and I-10. And, man, it's fucking crazy over here. They got firefighters and cops shooting people, people shooting cops. I mean, it's nuts.
The cop did get shot when he came up on some looters.
They got firefighters just shooting people, so they started bringing in the body bags this morning, so we don't know what we're going to be doing yet.
How are you calling?
I'm on my friend's cell phone, actually. He's about the only one that works down here. There's only a few of them that even work over here.
Well, okay, Pete.
All right, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you. Let's see.
I'm such a skeptic. Like, how'd you call? You liar. He could be in there up to his waist in crap helping people, and I'm like, you're a liar.
Doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Is he really doing the right thing when he's calling his favorite radio show instead of doing something?
Yeah. And you know he's not listening to the show, so does he have the number on his friend's cell phone?
I don't know.
Did he remember the number? Is it like I don't believe him.
Yeah. Well, our fine president had this to say about the disaster yesterday.
Right now, the days seem awfully dark for those affected. I understand that.
Right.
But I'm confident that with time, you get your life back in order.
Sure.
New communities will flourish. The great city of New Orleans will be back on its feet. And America will be a stronger place for it.
Oh, shut up.
He was very inspirational, though, because he said something which I really didn't expect. He said that we're going to overcome this challenge.
Exactly.
Sorry, Jimmy.
No, it's you. It did sound like this was more of a quote, but he said this is a challenge, and we're going to overcome it.
I think these people are going to be overwhelmed when they see how America is coming to their aid.
Yeah, that's going to overwhelm them. Yeah. The guy is just a dolt.
You know what? And he talked yesterday at 5 o'clock, I guess, Eastern Time.
Yeah.
So he had all day to prepare that speech. You know, every word was picked perfectly.
Uh-huh.
It's like, when something like this happens, we need a leader in America. We haven't had one of these in a really long time, where they just jump on TV immediately and just start talking.
Right.
Not a prepared speech where you could tell he had speech writers like, all right, let's say this, we'll say this way.
We need some words of inspiration.
Right.
First.
Right.
And then I need to talk about FEMA.
Why did he have to wait till 5 o'clock to get on TV to talk to the nation?
Ridiculous.
Something like this, there should be a camera in his face immediately, and he talks to America. Just talks.
Yeah, like
we
old
need someone
Ronnie.
that just needs, that could get on TV and just talk.
Remember Ronnie Reagan?
Without speech writers and all that crap.
He could do that. Well, the president got a first-hand look at the devastation, Opie. With the gas prices up to what? $5, $5.50.
They're going to say they're saying $5.
There's a huge fuel shortage, and the president decided to tour the disaster site in a 747 for a half an hour. Do you know how much fuel a 747 burns at about 2,700 feet, flying slow and low? It just would burn a huge amounts of fuel. And there he is.
Take her around again.
To do what? To look down and go,
that sure looks flooded. That looks, wet.
It's what we see every day on Fox and CNN. There is nothing that he could have seen that was different than what we saw already. But he decides to take probably the most fuel-inefficient plane and fly it in the most inefficient configuration over the disaster. Fuel that might have been used, I don't know, generators, things like that could have really made a difference. But he did that and gave another worthless speech. Just stop it already. The guy has me so annoyed, so aggravated. Why don't you go to the OPEC countries and use a little muscle there? Why don't you do that? Could you get him to just increase production? These friggin' savages over there it cost them $4 a barrel to produce their oil. $4 a barrel over there. And we're buying it for over $70 a barrel. And now we're up to $5.70 for gas in Atlanta. And this guy has done nothing about the gas prices. Nothing. Another great speech last night. 0.
All right, let's say hi to RJ in Westchester. RJ.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
Listen, did anyone else catch the difference between CNN and Fox News last night? Especially during what you were talking about with the, when, what's his name, Shepard Smith was talking to the people and they were looking for the help and they were blasting FEMA up and down saying how much this government sucks and how they're not doing anything. You switched over to Fox at the exact same time. They were kissing the government's ass. They're there, we're here with people and they're giving out help right now and we're trying to help. I was just wondering if anyone else caught the difference.
Really?
The only thing I noticed on Fox, and I think it was Shepard Smith, when he kept bringing attention to the fact that there's a lot of people here, and he kept giving us a location, and kept saying they have no idea what to do. So he was which I kind of liked the fact that he was focusing on the fact that nobody was doing anything about this group of people. So I didn't catch that.
I agree with you guys. I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to throw out there at the same time. Don't forget, we're talking about areas that are considered disaster areas. I mean, unless they're going to hella drop food in, it's not like they can just roll up, the food trucks.
Yeah. Now, people are actually on that highway that you were talking about where Shepard Smith was. They had come out of projects, and there's hundreds of people that were on this bridge, and they had nowhere to go because the bridge at both ends, I guess, goes into the water. So they're just kind of up there waiting for something to happen. Who knows what?
Shepard Smith has been very impressive through this whole thing.
Yeah, I hate the Shep.
Yeah, I never really enjoyed the Shep before this.
Can't stand the Shep, but the Shep's been doing a good job.
But they go to him, and he's like, this is how it is. Boom, 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 boom,
Boys, I'm punching out. Thanks for the time.
All right. Know who I don't like is Rita Cosby. Oh, with that voice. Rita Cosby on MSNBC. It's uncomfortable to listen to her because she's struggling. She's got like a polyp or something in her throat.
You're watching MSNBC for coverage?
Dude, I flip everywhere.
Yeah, I can't stand the MSNBC.
As soon as someone goes to commercial or if someone goes to one of those dopey experts, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
No, I was flipping like all over the place.
I'm pretty much Fox and CNN.
Yeah, you got to go MSNBC every once in a while, though. And Rita Cosby's there.
Yeah, I've heard her.
Struggling with every word. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's great to see some of the chick newscasters losing it, though. They send them down there, and I saw one at a shelter last night, and she was talking to some 80-year-old woman about how she was brought into the shelter, and she said, do you have a bed? And she goes, well, I didn't till about 11 o'clock. They brought me and this old 80-year-old woman, these wrinkled old eyes just start welling up and turning red with tears. And the news girl that was there just starts crying with her. She turns around and tries to do her little outro and throw it back. And she's just like shaking and ready to burst out crying. And then, of course, she throws it to the ice brick that is Greta Van Susteren. And she just not a touch of him. Well, thank you very much for that in-depth interview with... Meanwhile, there's probably tears coming down the back of her head from her facelift.
I was going to say, she's very sad somewhere in that facelift.
I'm so upset right now. You could see me crying if you looked at the back of my neck.
Greta always looks like she's going...
Come here. You want to buy a Rolex?
She is a tough broad.
Oh, the ice brick. She is just emotionless.
She should be down there right there standing knee-deep in that swamp just asking those people why they're looting. That's the type of stuff she does. She would just stick a microphone in some young kid's face. Why are you stealing this? It doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's say hi to Rob in Georgia. Rob.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Rob.
Hey, gas prices, $6.05, and they limit you to 10 gallons.
Where's that?
Down in Georgia.
Atlanta.
We were passing through on our way through to Louisiana from New York.
Atlanta.
How are these fucking... How are we paying this much for oil? They can't give us a break this time?
No, there's no breaks to be given.
It's fucking ridiculous. You know, they can in fucking a drop of a hat, they can change all this, and they don't.
Do something. My God. You know, just do something. Bush
is... It's come down to fucking rioting. That's all it is.
No one's doing anything. We've watched gas prices go up. We watched the price of oil go up over the past few months. How long has it been that we've really been shocked by this increase in oil? And no one in this country has done shit to remedy the problem or even attempt to remedy the problem. No one's doing anything. Why, in all the months that are going by, has this administration done nothing to help out getting these prices down? What's the answer? I don't know. What the fuck do I know? But that ain't my job. My job's to come on here and point out that nothing is being done. Nothing. OPEC is not pumping out at maximum. It is not. Stop it. Where's George getting his info? George, where are you getting your info about OPEC?
I work in the oil industry.
Yes. What do you do?
I work for a drilling company.
Uh-huh.
Here's the situation. OPEC, if you recall, there was a meeting OPEC had about 4 or 5 months ago, and one of the oil ministers made the comment that he says, we could be pumping out max capacity every day, but there's not the refining capability. OPEC's maximum capacity is 11 million barrels a day. Right now, they are at 9.5 million barrels a day because they can't go anymore because there's no place to put the oil. Now, I know, Anthony, you talk a lot about knowing a lot about stocks and whatnot. Do you read the Wall Street Journal?
Fuck no.
I do. It's good.
I do everything online, my
friend. Very funny.
Well, there was an article in yesterday's Wall Street Journal that was talking about the refining process. Right now in Arizona, there's a group of investors that has been trying for 10 years to get a refinery built. And between the EPA and the fucking environmentalists, they have stalled the process to the point of where these guys are ready to give up. There has not been a new refinery built in the United States in almost 30 years.
Yeah, that I have heard.
The other thing is, I'll give you an example here in down the road here in Colorado, the Conoco refinery, one of the largest in the region. They have only been running at 60% capacity for 2 years because they are retrofitting, and it's going to be another 2 years before they're done. So they're not even running at capacity. Conoco in the Rocky Mountain region right now has the highest gas prices. They went up 40 cents a gallon yesterday in a span of an hour and a half.
Well, now, didn't the EPA waive some regulations? Why can't we crank these friggin' things up to 100 and start pumping out some oil?
And they can, but I mean, like we have this refinery that they're only running at 50% capacity because they're in a retrofit, and they can't pump anymore. They can't go any faster because they're retrofitting. I mean, half of their stuff is offline. I mean, the refineries that are able to run at full capacity right now are running at full capacity, and that is one good thing, is that the EPA stepped in and waived these rules, which
someone's
is
got to do
going
something.
to allow fuel that, like they brought up yesterday, fuel that would normally only be sold in New York, they could sell in Chicago now, and vice versa.
So I disagree, though, with that one part of what you said.
What's that, Jimmy?
It was a few minutes ago.
Which point would that be, Jimmy? Come on.
The thing about the drills, I don't know if I buy that.
Drills
that they got lost.
Well, George sounds very informed. Thank you, sir.
Well, like I said, I work in this industry. I've been in this industry for quite a while.
All right, George.
Well, then we got to do something to allow them to crank up these refineries then and build some more of them.
And that's just it. We do. But you've got the environmental lobby that's sitting there saying, oh, you can't do
Well,
this.
you know what? Then get somebody in charge that has some balls to tell these guys to go fuck themselves like old Ronnie Reagan did years ago. Whenever someone would come up and say to Ron, you can't do that because these people don't want these, he'd say, go fuck yourself and do it anyway.
And then he'd have a piece of himself cut off.
Right.
And that's what we need to do, but, we don't have anybody that has those kind of balls.
We don't have a strong leader.
Well, but, even if we had a strong leader, it wouldn't matter because the environmental lobby is so powerful anymore.
Fuck them. No, it doesn't matter. The guys in charge make things happen. Get the refineries pumping. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me.
All right, George.
And that'd be a great thing.
All right, this just in. Kevin Green from Whackbag. Alan Sniffen won't be happy that you're talking about oil refineries.
It's not what people want to hear from Opie and Anthony.
XM didn't pay them to talk about. It's all about the subscriptions. No one agrees with you. I know, but I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah, this is a perfect day to take the wiffle ball bat and shove it up some girl's twat.
Delete thread.
Yeah, I want to make one quick comment here on something.
Okay, sweet angel.
Yesterday, Steve was talking about his hybrid, about the batteries.
Yeah.
I hope Steve realizes that in the event of an accident, the batteries rupture, he is going to get presented with a hazardous materials cleanup bill from his local, from the authorities in New York or
any other
happens? State.
Steve has entered the studio. Hi,
Steve.
Steve. What's going on?
I
like how he hovered in.
Yeah. Steve, shut your vehicle off.
What are you doing?
Steve.
All right.
Now listen, the guy. Why won't the pandas mate?
Go ahead, Steve.
No, did you know about this? That's hazardous.
I heard the first half of it. He said, "I'm going to get there's some hazard." Okay, go ahead.
What the situation is, and I had to find this out firsthand from a friend of mine in California, because of the battery that's in your car.
That's secondhand.
Yeah.
Wait, I just want to get that straight, sir. First hand from a friend, isn't that secondhand?
All right, second.
Okay, so you have this information secondhand.
There has been stuff that has come out industry-wide about this. These vehicles, these hybrids with these batteries, if you're in an accident in which the battery is ruptured, it becomes a hazardous materials cleanup. You will be billed for that hazardous materials cleanup, and your insurance company will not cover it.
Sir, isn't oil, gas, and other things hazardous?
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you have an accident in a regular...
It's a different circumstances.
I don't know about that. I mean,
what if your own battery ruptures in an accident?
It has to do with the type of battery. California was the first state to start this, and it's moving across
California.
I don't think that's going to hinder people from wanting to buy hybrids and pay less for gas.
Probably won't, but you get a bill for $25,000 or $50,000 hazardous material cleanup.
It's interesting. I don't know about that, but...
All right.
I've heard of quite a few cases of this happening, so...
But what about...
All right, George.
Thank you.
Watch out, boys.
Thanks a lot, Killjoy.
Yeah, really. Thanks for making 10,000 of our listeners go to Deep Tracks.
Including me and Fan.
Yeah.
Tim, what's going on?
Steve's leaving.
Hey, there he goes. Bye, Steve. Tim.
I'm going to call shenanigans on George. I work for ConocoPhillips Refining. And, they're using the capacity issue as a crutch. It's not really that. About 3 years ago, we get financial statements of what the company's earnings are because it's based in our contract. But 3 years ago, we were making about $1.5 million a day profit. And as of,
oh boy,
6 months ago, we were making about $3.5 million.
Hey, Jeremy in D.C. Jeremy.
Hey, I was just wondering if you've seen the front page of the Washington Post today.
Yeah.
You did? Oh, there's a huge picture of...
No, I was just, as in go.
Yeah, go ahead. Picture of an older white guy carrying a younger black man in his 30s, carrying a wife across the threshold. He's a perfectly healthy-looking guy, the one who's being carried. You can't tell until you read the caption that he can't walk. But if you look at the picture, it just looks like either he doesn't want to get his feet wet or he enjoys being carried around by older white gentlemen. I mean, it's supposed to be some touching picture of people helping each other out, but this has to be completely embarrassing to these two people, especially after this is over.
You're saying that because of the way the photo is presented, it looks almost homoerotic. It doesn't show what's actually going on.
Yes.
Right.
Well, now you got to take a look at that photo.
Wrong with them.
Get that photo, quick, and zoom in on the feet. No, don't ask questions.
All right, Jeremy, thank you.
All right.
Missing the point. Ira on Long Island. Go ahead, Ira.
Hey, guys, you're all missing the point. George Bush is a fucking Texan. All his money is from Texas. All his friends in Texas. Every time they go into the reserves, they lower the price of oil. Who's that hurt?
Wait, sir, did you just say all his friends are Texas? This money is Texan?
It's all his money is Texan.
Slow down, nervous
all his
Nelly.
Money backing. All the money that got him elected. All his buddies. Where'd he come from? It's Texas.
He's not from Texas. The Bushes are actually from Maine.
I'm talking about where's his political base from.
I know, you were right, actually. You shouldn't correct yourself, sir. I was kidding.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
It is an odd little conflict of interest, but I'm not. The only thing that keeps me from chiming in on that argument is the fact that the ridiculous liberals have jumped on that so many times. It's kind of taken the credibility out of that whole statement.
But the problem is now it's coming to fruition. It's happening.
Yeah.
Now it's happening. Plus, the other thing that really pissed me off, I live on the island, And I just passed the gas station you guys would know, right on Nichols Road on the Expressway.
Of course.
I think Opie did an appearance there once. He was washing windshields and giving out sandwiches.
I gave out roses at that location, yes.
Gas price there is $3.79 a gallon. And then there's another one right on Motor Parkway, $3.69 a gallon. The price isn't supposed to increase until they get their next delivery, their last delivery.
Yeah.
Everybody on Long Island got a delivery today?
Whatever's in their tanks underneath that gas station, they paid a certain amount of money for, and that's it. All of a sudden, they're jacking it up as if they're paying the new price for it.
Right, and nobody's saying anything about this. They're just sitting there gouging. They're making an extra $1 a gallon, and nobody's saying a word.
Yeah.
You make a good point, Ira.
Not right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we got the latest audio from Bush. Bush was just on Good Morning America.
Good morning,
he
America.
must have been so inspirational.
Good morning.
Well, the theme here is he doesn't really give any answers to questions.
Of course he doesn't.
And we'll start with Bush talking about rising gas prices.
Gas prices going up at the pumps. We've seen in Atlanta the lines backing up, and some of the prices are going up to $4, $5. First of all, what do you want to say about what is the government putting in place?
Could she be good? By the way, how bummed is Kerry right now?
Oh, yeah.
This would have got him in office, no problem.
I would have won.
With gas going up like
gas prices.
That's all it would have taken to have a new president. The gas prices going through the roof like this, Kerry would have been in, whether you like it or not.
How nervous is this whore? The gas, the prices, some people just put it in a car.
I'm the president. I'm the United States, chef of the future.
She stinks.
Diane Sawyer.
Nellie Nervous.
Is that Diane Sawyer?
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty big interview.
I was smoother with Geezer and Bill than she is with him.
You're
doing phenomenal.
Phenomenal work.
Something about gas, something with gas.
Yeah, you hit with gas, filling them all with gas. Right. My ass people with gas.
Saying a lot at the pumps, a lot of money at the pumps. You got to get to the pumps. How are they going to get to the pumps?
Something there, gas, yeah.
Well, terror is phenomenal. Good point, sir.
Phenomenal.
Here's Diane Sawyer and our leader.
Gas prices going up at the pumps. We've seen in Atlanta the lines backing up, and some of the prices are going up to $4, $5. First of all, what do you want to say about what is the government putting in place to guard against price gouging? And then also, is this a time to call on Americans simply to pull back, not use the gas, pull back and stay at home and save the gas for those who are in dire need?
Well, first of all, you're right. We ought to conserve more. And I would hope Americans conserve when they, if given a choice. Secondly, we've done some things to help on the gas price. First of all, people got to understand 8 refineries are down. Those are it's the factory that manufactures the gasoline.
What?
Also, crude pipelines are down, and crude platforms.
Hold on. Yeah, they're down. I understand. For the past couple of days. What about the 6 months leading up to the hurricane, my friend? Why have the gas prices been going crazy for all those months? Has nothing to do with the hurricane. Stop it.
He called it the factory that makes the gasoline.
The factory.
You couldn't have sounded stupider saying that.
The store where the gasoline comes from.
The factory that makes the gasoline.
Oh,
press the button, pull the chain, out come talk to the choo-choo train.
His people behind the scenes are just panicking, going, "Oh my God, we have no choice. We have to get this guy on live TV. We can't prepare a nice speech for him that he could read in front of the
Without a
people."
speech, he is lost.
And crude platforms are down. So we've done the following things. One, we've released oil from the SPRO, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, to help on the crude supply. Secondly, we got rid of some of the EPA regulations on blended fuel, which will mean there will be more fuel available not only domestically but also imported fuel. In other words, some fuels can't be used at this time of the season because of EPA regulations, so we suspended it. And hopefully that'll have some relief on price.
All right, well,
there's nothing there about what he's going to do about gas prices in the long term.
We got some more.
Ben, why?
Some people have said that the oil companies themselves should simply forfeit some of their profits in this time of national crisis. A conservative commentator, popular one, called last night for 20% reduction in the profits.
Well, what I'd like to see is corporate America make sure that they contribute to helping these victims, that there be an outpouring of contribution.
No, she asked you, what did you think about the oil companies cutting their profits by 20% to get the price down? Not about corporate America giving money to the victims. Stop it. He cannot answer a fucking question. God, is that annoying?
Yeah, they won't take a price cut, will they? They won't lose anything in the profit margin, scumbags.
No.
He's got prepared points that he'll get to, no matter what question is asked.
Make sure that they contribute to helping these victims, that there be an outpouring of contributions for the relief efforts. And it's not only short-term contributions for food and medicine. And I'll urge people to give cash.
Where's the answer?
Not to send food, not to send blankets, but to send cash to the Red Cross or the Salvation Army or a charitable, a charity of their choice, so long as they designate their funds for hurricane relief. But there's going to be a long-term need, too, to help these people get back on their feet.
But I asked about the oil companies giving up 20% of their profits, sir. Why didn't you address that question? Does that twat actually say that?
No.
Does she ask the question again?
She's just a hole.
What?
She should have interrupted him right there.
Wait, Mr. President. Didn't ask you that.
Yeah, we'll get
Wasn't
to that.
even close
to
that,
sir. But my question was,
what we need is get the relief out there.
What is Good Morning America worried if they piss off the president that he'll never go?
I ain't coming back.
He ain't gonna come back. All right, what can he promise the victims?
We saw Chris Bury's report about the movement from the Superdome to the Astrodome.
Right.
And the prospect, some people are saying, is of 1 million American refugees in place for a very long time. It's really a two-part question, which is, what are you saying to them about how far the federal government's going to go to get their lives back? Do you promise jobs? Do you promise that they will be moved back into housing, and how soon?
Well, first of all, we've got to get a handle on the situation. In other words, we've got to stop the flooding in New Orleans. We've got to, rescue the folks and get them out of harm's way, get food and medicine to people, and then take a serious assessment about what it's going to need to rebuild New Orleans and parts of Mississippi.
No shit, Sherlock.
I got a plan for the 1 million refugees. We're going to give them clothing and give them a place to stay. We're going to dress them up. They might not like the clothing. It's all camouflage. And then we're going to send them about 15,000 miles away to a refugee camp called Baghdad. We're going to give them some guns and have them fight Al-Qaeda.
Stop it. Hurricanes, that was great. What did Bill
say? Hurricanes hate freedom.
Hurricanes hate freedom.
What do you expect from the foreign nations?
Nothing.
What about the other nations of the world? Are they offering the kind of help that you expected them to help, you want them to help, and there is a report that you're going to deploy your father again and President Clinton again to go out there and seek it? What is it you are expecting from them, and will you get it?
I'm not expecting much from foreign nations because we hadn't asked for it. I do suspect a lot of sympathy, and perhaps some will send cash, dollars. But this country is going to rise up and take care of it. We'd love help, but we're going to take care of our own business as well. And there's no doubt in my mind we'll succeed.
Someone made a great point on TV last night. You expect some of these third world nations that we have helped in the past to also donate money to us?
Yeah, come on, Thailand, cut a check.
Right. Indonesia.
Send over some 9-year-old boys.
That's Indonesia, right. What do you got?
Their number one export.
Right.
Let them swim with their lithe bodies.
What do you got for us?
That's great.
I want to stand in New Orleans in the flooding with a big banner behind me that says "Mission Accomplished."
What an ass! What a boob!
One more.
Do something.
One more soundbite from Bush.
Can America afford this cost? Because a number of people, again, are saying right now we are straining at the seams a bit. We are paying the war in Iraq and the cost of that in the tens and tens of millions of dollars a day. And do we have to make a choice at some point between what we're doing in Iraq and what is needed right now to funnel massive amounts of money?
We can win the war on terror, and we must win the war on terror.
What?
Security of this nation is at stake, and we'll help the people in New Orleans and Mississippi and Alabama as well.
Wait. I didn't hear the question very well. Did it have... What?
Can America afford...
Oh, afford it because we're also in Iraq.
Iraq
okay.
And this disaster.
Wow, I thought he just blurted that out of nowhere.
Terror. War on terror.
Well, I feel better today after hearing the president speak.
That's it. Now
sounds like it's all under control.
Now I gotta leave on Air Force Hybrid. Bye bye. Bye bye.
You had something else about Bush that was really funny in the office.
We were watching him on the news, and he's flying over Louisiana in Air Force One, and you're watching it live. I'm watching the plane overhead live, and then less than an hour later, he's in the Rose Garden at the White House giving a speech. This motherfucker, no baggage carousel at Washington, no waiting for a limo, nothing. How do you get from in the air in Louisiana to at your house in Washington in under an hour? God, did that piss me off.
I'll stand here for my bag. Is that mine? It looks like it. It's the blue one. Check the tag on the back.
None of that shit for him. No George W. No Savage holding a George W. sign outside the arrival terminal. Lucky bastard.
And while it's funny when you were playing the Bush audio, Ben came in and handed out 3 black and white lithographed photos of Bush.
Yes, Bush looking out the window of Air Force One. That's what we have here. He felt the need to hand these out to everybody on the show.
Like while you were talking about it, I looked at this and I went, aha! There he is.
Those pictures make me puke.
That's the guy.
They're photo ops.
Yeah.
President Bush, we need a picture of you looking out the window now, sir.
He looks up. He looks all disgusted.
I'm sure it's the digital camera age, so they probably took about 10 or 15. Like, not good enough. Let's do this again.
Look concerned.
Look a little more concerned.
And open your eyes. You're supposed to be looking out the window.
Look like you're in deep thought.
Lift the window shade, sir.
I can see my house from here.
It's all staged.
Yeah.
It's not a real picture of a moment.
I don't know. All I know is I'm glad Ben handed it to me. Because I looked at it.
It's awful. Let's say hi to Steve in Mississippi. Steve. Mississippi. Steve, go ahead, bud. Steve?
Hi.
Steve?
Hello?
Yes.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey.
Speak.
I'm down here in Mississippi, man. I was just going to tell you how much it sucks.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, no shit. We've got fucking lines for miles for gas. We're worried about whether we can run the fucking generator to have cold food or warm food, whatever, to eat. You know, it's unreal. You can't even imagine your whole life how much it changes in just a weekend.
Have you gotten that head injury checked out?
No, we didn't get it too bad. I'm more up around central Mississippi, but even in central Mississippi, 180 miles from where the hurricane came on shore, we have no fucking power. The water is bad because I guess the power went off and messed up how they treat it or whatever. You can't, no ice. You can't make ice with it for your drinks, you know?
It is kind of weird, though, when you think about it. Like, what's today, Thursday? Like, over the weekend or whatever it was, people are like, oh, man, this is going to suck. It's going to rain a lot, so you might get a little flooding here, or let's just kind of, put the tape on the window so in case the wind, and your whole life is upside down. It's really, you're right, your whole life changed in a weekend, man.
Yeah. Well, the number to donate is 1-800-HELP-NOW. That's what the XM Nation is doing today. That's where we're telling everyone to go if you want to donate. 1-800-HELP-NOW. And we're trying to do something a little different, too. Eric is outside the studio trying to get the whole thing together, but we're throwing together an Opie and Anthony auction.
Oh.
We've been collecting autographed stuff from celebrities that have come through these doors.
Collector's items.
For the last year. And we've been waiting for an opportunity to have one of these auctions. And we're going to set something up on eBay, and 100% of the money raised is going to go to the relief effort down there in New Orleans and Mississippi. So
we have some good items.
Do we?
Yes.
That's what I was scared about.
Well, I have to bring in some more. I have 3 of each CD for auction.
Hey, Eric. Let's get Eric in.
Nice.
Signed,
too.
And I have one of my final copies from the Louis C.K. pilot, one of my scripts. Do that.
Well, there you go.
And we have a producer. We're all going to sign Ben's face. And he'll come to your house and talk during a party.
Eric, where are we at?
He'll hold the chips and spill them.
Where are we at with the auction?
It's coming along good. We should have it up in probably another hour or so.
That's unacceptable. 45 minutes maximum. Get out.
I think we're going to try for like a 10-day auction.
Yeah.
And as we add items to this thing, then those items will be up there for 10 days. So we don't know how long this is going to go for. And maybe if some of our friends that are listening right now that know they have something really good, that if they want to donate that,
maybe you could talk to some of your friends in show business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, and they can come on and put something up for auction.
Exactly. What are some of the stuff we got?
We've got a bunch of the Foreman Grill signed by George Foreman.
George Foreman Grill signed by George Foreman.
We've got this digital press kit that Lucasfilms gave us with a limited edition family tree poster signed by Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, well.
So we have that there. Tons of WWE merchandise. The Dick Cavett Rock Icon collection.
Wow, stop it. All signed?
Yeah, all signed.
All right. That's a burger.
Bunch of CDs and DVDs from comedian friends of the show. And there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Boy, that list fell off quick. Apparently, the goal of the Opie and Anthony show is we want to raise $200.
We want to fill up one person's gas tank, I guess.
Wow.
Lickety split.
We really are asses. We have a doll that Mick Foley signed.
Great.
And, we'll send it.
Well, we're trying. We got to start somewhere, so.
We got to dig through our personal stuff. People want personal items from us.
They do?
That's what they want. Those are the collector's items.
I saw my pillowcase filled with a smelly mouth drool.
I got some press passes from various events we've been at.
Yeah, we'll bring in some of our stuff.
Oh, the lunchbox that Jimmy smashed.
That's
the
damaged,
Kiss lunchbox.
Yeah, the Kiss lunchbox.
See, that's the type of item. Here's what they're looking for.
Yeah, we got a bunch of these things, too. Jim was kind enough to sign it and date it. So,
yep. All right.
Some lucky guy will get this.
Well, we're going to start our Opie and Anthony auction hopefully later today. We'll have links on all our websites, and the items will be up there for about 10 days. We'll add items as we go, and we'll see what happens, okay?
Right.
And if you want to just send cash, call 1-800-HELP-NOW. That's where we're telling the XM Nation to go for their donations.
Yes.
All right? All right, we're going to take a quick break.
All right.
We're going to get into some other things today, and we'll go down this road again, obviously. But we got John Sterling audio we really have to get to.
I got it. Yeah, man.
We got Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa. You got to hear this.
Sap.
This Sap. He's in love, Yeah. And after 6 months, he was pouring his heart out to this fine girl, and we got the audio. So we'll play for the whole country today.
Dumped him like 2 days after he sent her this, too.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know the backstory on that. And then possibly later today, Bombs and Flubs Volume 3.
Nice.
All on the Opie and Anthony Show today.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Olenay virus.
Sorry for all the background noise. I just was opening a box. I got another gift.
Another gift.
I'll show you with the box. Who's in the box?
What is in the box?
Oh, what's in the box?
It's really a cool gift. Thanks, Andy from Seattle. He sent me a used drill because I'd gotten the drill bits a while ago.
We're really starting to get some strange gifts from
That
our
is
fans.
a skill drill.
This would be great to use in my apartment, though, right?
That is fine, but for your needs, though, I couldn't see you needing anything better than a cordless stuff.
Yeah, this is kind of a fucking...
Yeah, now you need a cord. You should have a cordless drill in your house.
Thanks for the 35-pound drill.
That is a heavy drill.
I can use to fucking hang my celebrity photos. This is good for I'm going to build a deck in my apartment building, you shithead. Anybody have anything lighter, like maybe a fucking bowling ball with 2 lead shoes? You're a creep, Andy.
It's a little strange, to say the least.
Fucking weird gifts I get. How about just some pictures of vaginas and some pornography?
Right.
Let's say hi to Reg on Long Island. Reg?
Fucking Norton is totally pissing me off.
Why, sir?
What, sir?
Dick bag.
Why?
Dude, you don't appreciate shit. What, I had to send you a fucking drill?
Oh, hey, wait, you sent him the drill?
No.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying, whoever this guy was, it wasn't me. I wouldn't fucking send him shit.
You don't understand something. Dude, here's what you don't get.
We do get really strange gifts, though, Reg.
Yo,
I'll tell you what you... Dude, I'll tell you.
It would be nothing without the show.
Dude, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you don't get. I want a new drill. Do you understand? I'm an entertainer. And if a common person wants to send me a gift to pay homage, that is acceptable.
You want to jerk me off with your common person bullshit.
But it will be a new fancy drill for a man of my caliber. You want me plugging a cord in like you have to?
Yo,
I want a cordless fancy drill, boy.
And think about how that guy feels. He takes with a postage, shoved it in a box, sent it to you. Hey,
did he really? Well, think about how I feel, hoping I have a new cordless gift and seeing that cumbersome cord. Think about how a man in my position feels.
You don't deserve to sit there. I wish Bill Burr would kick you right in the fucking teeth right now.
Bill Burr wouldn't dare. Bill Burr knows a fancy person when he's sitting next to one.
Yeah, stop trying to divide and conquer.
That's right, sir. You're not smart enough to hurt my feelings.
You with your tools with the cords on them.
Yeah, so I can't kick him in the mouth.
Nah, you wouldn't kick me in the mouth.
All right.
I'll kick you right in the mouth.
Nah, you wouldn't. Fuck you and fuck your mother. What do you think of them apples?
Oh!
Fuck you.
What do you think? That shit gets to me?
No, I'm just saying it to you. Well, Bill Burr kicking me in the teeth gets to me, so I'm saying fuck you.
How much was the postage?
Yeah, why don't you go hang yourself with the cord on your drill?
Hold on.
Wait, I want to know how much the
common man. Hold on, union guy.
I want to know how much postage was on this.
I don't know, but whoever this is, it was shit, and it should have been first class overnight postage. Don't ever
You don't deserve it.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You don't deserve it.
Shut your dumb Italian mouth. I'm talking, boy. Shut up, common person. There's a fancy entertainer talking. I don't know. Where do little people put prices? I don't even know. I don't look at prices. I just say, ship, and they pick it up.
All right, Reg.
Jimmy, you're a cock.
All right.
Bill and Reg.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. We're doing what we do. We should.
We got to get some stuff out of the way before these guests start piling in.
What happened? We got guests today?
Yeah,
oh my!
Didn't
Look
you
at the guest sheet.
If there's a section here that says guests.
All right.
I don't like that. There's too many S's in that.
Guests.
Isn't that a bad word to have to say?
No, there should just be one.
Guests.
You don't need that stupid pesky one at the end.
The guest.
But they keep telling me that the Booker's doing a great job. And
Hey, dude, you know what? You can't. This is not minimum.
And then you confront them, and they go, they have an excuse for everything why this ain't happened or that ain't happened. The fact is, we've been back from vacation 4 days, and I don't think we've had one guest this week yet.
We got Charles
But
Ross.
we have a professional booker booking guests for this radio program. And supposedly they're doing a really good job.
Now, who is Charles Ross?
Come on.
I know. I don't get out much. Charles Ross.
I'm just amazed. Well, go ahead. Why don't you explain who Charles Ross is?
One-man Star Wars show?
Shame on you.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, okay,
what's that supposed to be? Some kind of sick joke?
That's what we get for this fine radio program.
That is great. And what does he do? I guess we got a clip of him here.
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God.
Word of God.
It amazes me. We have a professional booker. We're 4 days back from vacation.
Of course we do, Opie. That's getting us the likes of Charles Ross.
You would think if we have a professional booker booking guests for the radio program, at the least they would have got someone that had something to do with, let's say, the MTV Music Awards.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
They were on Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think so, sure.
And you would think, well, they would give us somebody for Monday or Tuesday.
Developing story, shots were fired at the Superdome. No more people will be leaving by bus.
Really?
That's nice. All right.
Well, it's just a mess.
That's a good one.
All right, so we have no guest for the program today, I guess.
No, Charles Ross. I don't know what a one-man Star Wars show is. Does he do impressions, I would gather, of various Star Wars characters and plays out little scenarios?
Let me guess. He goes. See, I can't do it. So I guess he's better than me. If he comes in here and does a Wookiee impression, I'm going to throw whatever's near me at his face.
And then he goes... does that, and then... oh, my God, R2. Where are you going? Like that? Is that it? Does he give you a... Does he give Opie... I hope this happens. I hope he gives Opie a CD with, like... Dun, 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 and he does all the impressions.
Let's say hi to Steve in Virginia. Steve.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
What's
I just
up?
want to tell you guys I sent an email to XM yesterday saying that they should just kill the show.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right. Yep.
They should kill who?
Boys.
Kill the show.
Well, if you don't like the show, why are you listening? There's over like 200 channels. Of course he hangs up.
Left.
I don't get that. If you don't like the show, then you go somewhere else.
Why would you tell us you fired off an email?
Yeah, I showed you guys.
To your superiors.
Thanks
right
for that.
over your heads.
All right, here's the deal. You want to listen to Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa?
Yes.
Or the John Sterling clips?
What's the John Sterling clips?
I've been so annoyed as a Yankee fan. I used to love John Sterling. I thought he did some interesting color calls.
Why don't you hurry?
But he became a caricature of himself and began to annoy me so much. I used to love the guy. I think he actually calls a really good game. A lot of people disagree. I think he's very good. But when he does the home run calls, he gets so wrapped up in his own shtick.
Yeah.
Like
it's not about you, douchebag.
It is high, it is far, it is gone. At times, if you don't know where the ball's going, that makes sense. But when it becomes, it is high, it is far, right, is it gone? Or when the Yankees win one, when the Yankees years ago would win 2-1 in the ninth inning, and the Yankees win. It was a chilling call. It was so good because you felt the way It
was a dramatic moment.
Absolutely.
That he was capturing with his call.
Yes, in the playoffs. But
you're
now
talking about a close game.
In the playoffs, maybe.
Right,
Yankees win, and you're like, yes, they did.
Yeah.
But now it's an 8-1 win in Minnesota in July.
That's great.
Your
song that is good.
It's like, dude, do you have no emotion for everything? Same emotion. You got to have a mix.
The sportscasters now want to be the stars, you know?
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
We get it. He could go. Oh, I understand the way, shithead. We could go all the... Could he?
Could he? He has a 20-yard lead on the guy chasing him. I think he's going to make it.
He's got Christopher Reeve blown into a straw behind him.
Right, trying to move his wheelchair to catch him. I think he's going to score. That's so good.
He sort of takes away from those special moments.
And it's like, I've just seen the tape. He goes, fucko. Who made the fucko list of Chris Berman? Net is high, net is far.
So we got John Sterling audio from him calling Yankee games, right?
And the names, by the way, that he assigns these players. Oh. The best phrase, the douche chill I get in the car. I can't even listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
I cannot listen.
That bad.
Dude, they're terrible names.
Like what? I don't know what...
Well, we got some examples, right? Why don't we start here?
Net is high, net is far.
All right, here we go.
Now the 1-1.
Swung on, there goes to right. It is high, it is far, it is gone. Oh, he's done it again. Jason Giambi, and boy did he hit a shot. Oh, way out in right field. He timed a fastball and drilled it out. It is a 3-run homer for Jason Giambi, the Giambino, and the Yankees take a 5-4 lead.
Is it true that was during batting practice?
Yeah, probably.
The Giambino?
Giambino.
See, that was actually a great call until he said that.
Yeah, the Giambino.
That was a great call. It is high. It was quick. It wasn't dragged out and annoying. Yeah. The Giambino.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to the next one.
2-1 Seattle in the 7th, and the right-handed Eels swung on it, hit in the air, the deep right center, it is high, it is far, it is gone! It's a grand slam! Bernie goes boom. He drills a grand slam into the bleachers in deep right center. Burn, baby, burn. And the Yankees have taken a 5-2 lead.
I would rather have Bernie strike out than have to listen to that.
Listen to that drivel.
Bernie goes boom.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn, baby,
But probably
burn.
spelled B-E-R-N.
Of course.
Because his name
is
right.
Bernie.
And when guys hit home runs, oh, this is the worst. Like, if you guys were both up and you hit home runs, which you do in my eyes every day.
Of course.
Thanks, Jimmy.
He would say they hit home runs, a back to back and a belly to belly. Dude. Dude, back to back and a belly to belly.
He goes, and
a belly to belly.
Whoa. All right, here we go.
That is awful. It's horrendous.
Here's another call.
And here's a 2-1.
Swung on, hit in the air to deep right center. Logan is after it, way back in right center. That ball is gone. Oh, it carried into the right center field bleachers. An A-bomb from A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez adds to his major league leading total, his 15th dinger, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
Here's the 0-1.
Swung on, hit in the same area to deep right center. That ball is high, it is far, it is gone! Oh, is he hot? Another A-bomb from A-Rod. He hit a 2-run blast over the 385-foot side, and the Yankees take a 3-0 lead.
Oh, dear! Oh, dear!
How fucking awful is an A-bomb?
From A-Rod. He's got it, like, really over.
You know who caught an A-bomb from A-Rod? The last guy that was banged by Robert Reed. Hey, he dropped a doozy right into his colon.
God.
Right on the hull of the Enola faggot.
Here's the next call.
Here's Posada. He hits one to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Georgie juiced one. He drilled the ball 10 rows back in the lower seats and left. A Posada home run. And the Yankees take a 4-0 lead.
Be a 1-0.
Swung on, and there it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Oh, another Yankee home run. Georgie juiced one again. He had a line drive toward the old Yankees bullpen in right. A 3-run Posada blast. And the Yankees now take a 10-0 lead.
Oh, the good old days.
Georgie juiced one.
Georgie.
It's fucking I can't listen to Yankee games anymore.
That is really bad.
Do you understand? Are there Tino Martinez ones in here?
I'm looking. We got the Alexander the Great.
The pitch is swung on, hit in the air to deep center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone in the block. Oh, another bomb from A-Rod. Alexander the Great conquers again. A home run in the black in dead center to break the scoreless tie.
Do you know my head is tingling right now?
Yuck.
That's so awful.
Yeah.
My head is itching.
Isn't that just the worst?
It's the same feeling I got when I was 16 and I was jerking off reading a 4 magazine and my mother walked into my bedroom.
Embarrassment. Sheer embarrassment.
No. The desire to grab someone's head and force it on my cock. Don't misquote me.
An A-bomb from A-Rod. Let's say hi to Mark in Connecticut.
Dad
Mark
liked what?
Yeah, but it's the one of Sterling call from a couple of years ago, or a year or something ago. The Yankees lost something like 25-0, and at the end of the game, Sterling was all in tears, like, you know, the best thing about baseball is the sun will come up tomorrow. And that was Like the call.
Really?
Is there any Tino Martinez ones here?
I don't think so.
Oh, no back-to-back?
Oh, no, we got some Tino coming up.
Okay, good.
But first, we got the Yankees win call that...
Well, again, if it's done right, I like it. There's a way to do it where it's genuine and a way where it's not.
But every game he ends with this.
Yes.
That the Yankees win.
Rivera at the belt. And the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Do they?
They're trying to be the stars. It's not about the players anymore.
I like the guy. I know this is a local reference. A guy named Charlie Steiner was doing the game. And I like Susan Waldman. She's a big fan, obviously, as well as being an announcer. But, God damn it, John. Just stop. Do the calls good. You know, he's got a great voice. He knows how to do a call. So just do it.
Yeah.
An A-bomb from A-Rod? Who looks at that and goes, that was fucking great? When you went...
He's brilliant.
When you went, it is high, it is far.
I think from now on, when one of us has a killer line in the show, someone has to call it.
Burn, oh, be burn! Or if you guys have good lines, I'll go, a back-to-back and a belly-to-belly.
Hey, Prozac.
Good morning, boy.
Hey, Prozac.
Hey, this John Sterling is such an arrogant prick. He won't come on the air when the game starts until Susan Waldman says, and now the voice of the New York Yankees, John Sterling.
Well, it's called an introduction, sir.
Yeah, the nerve
Can't
of him.
fault him for that.
He won't come on until the power's up. Jesus. Don't nitpick, sir. The man's a boob, but...
Nate, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Morning, Juicy Nipples. You guys are missing the most annoying thing about Sterling. The fact that he will not even call the game. The game is secondary compared to his own inane babble. I once heard him talking about the tires on his car. He was going, but you know, Susan, I've got these all-season radio, the pitcher strike, and, I keep them on my car all year long.
I got to, in a way, defend Sterling on that one. All announcers do that a little bit.
Know who's great at that? Phil Rizzuto.
Rizzuto was awful.
He was great about talking about everything but the game, is what I'm saying.
Right. No, dude, I know what you're saying, but I actually like the way Sterling calls, the pitch. I mean,
it's like the game is completely secondary to whatever he happens to be talking about at the time. He won't even tell you what pitch was thrown if he's in the middle of something else.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't noticed that. Maybe you're right, but I like the way he actually does a regular call. I actually like a regular call.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Rugburn from Black Bag. Rugburn.
You guys need to get Big A to do the Yankee calls.
Oh, Jesus.
The Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Punching out, boys.
It is high.
All right, here's another call.
The pitch is swung on, and there it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again. He's done it again. The Bamtino.
Not the Bamtino.
I don't believe it, and I'm seeing it. I haven't missed a game with the Yanks in 17 years. I haven't seen anything like this. Constantino Martinez of Tampa, Florida, has hit his second home run of the game. A 2-run home run. Ties the game at 3. Unbelievable.
In all those years of broadcasting, he hasn't seen a player hit 2 homers in one game?
No.
It really was a life-changing experience.
Jesus.
The Bamtino.
That's the one. That actually makes my asshole go in farther.
A pucker.
Yeah.
It's a real,
You can hear my asshole go.
Oh.
So gross.
Now the payoff. Swung on, drilled to deep right field. Back goes Burns. It is gone. It's off the back wall. I think it's gone. It is gone. Another Tino home run. Is that amazing? Is that absolutely amazing? He has hit 7 homers in the last 8 games. The Bamtino. He drills a home run, and the Yankees trail 3-1.
Dude, the Bamtino. Who's in the car going, come on, say Bamtino.
Say it. You know you want to.
Brian, Tennessee.
Hey, guys. Morning.
Morning.
Hey.
Hey, it could be worse. I don't know the guy's name, but you could have the announcer for the Atlanta Braves. Real drudge, real slow talking, put you to sleep.
No, and I like that. There's a lot I like about Sterling. I'm not saying he sucks and they should fire him. But those specific things that he's obsessed with, it's like an OCD thing with him. It's like he's turning the doorknob 3 times every time Tino hits a home run. He's got to say that. It just becomes irritating. Because I do think he does a good game. That's what bugs me. Is I like his calls.
Do you think maybe he's trying to be like an ESPN reporter?
Yeah. Hey, Mike, go!
Yeah. I got to check on this one, kids. This one's out of here.
It's just terrible. And I'm also sick of, who is it, Coleman that does the Met games is very overrated.
Yeah.
You know, looking up, it's out of here! Is it, shithead? It's out of here! He's a fucking cornball, too.
Now the right-hander is set to be a 2-2 to Giambi. The pitch is swung on and
hit in the air to deep right. It is high.
Yes.
It is far. It is gone. A walk-off 2-run, bottom of the 10th, home run by Jason Giambi. The Giambino. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Giambino.
No, that would be stupid. It's the Giambino.
Ah, the Giambino.
Does he know that he sounds like a real douchebag when he says that? The Giambino, the Bam Tino.
2 to go.
Henneman is set. And he deals. Swung on in line to left center field. It is a base hit. Rounding third is Raines. He'll score. Tino goes to third. It's a 2-out. Base hit to left center by Mariano Duncan. And the Yankees have taken a 3-2 lead. The gritty Yanks have struck again.
Yeah, I never liked, but I actually liked that call up until, wow, Mariano Duncan. Jesus, that's got to be fucking 8 years ago.
The Dunkino, right?
Mariano Duncan dunks one into center field. But no, I like that call, except the gritty Yankee. Yeah, he used to always say that, but that didn't bother me as much. Yeah. But I know I need to say, hey, Mike, go! Oh!
One more.
The 2-1.
Swung on and hit high in the air. That deep left center. That ball is going to be high. It's going to be far. Gone! Derek Jeter hits his first grand slam. The first grand slam of Jeter's career. A wallop over the left center field wall. A grand slam, and the Yankees now have a 7-1 lead.
What's wrong with that call?
Nothing wrong with that clip.
We can't end with that.
That's fine.
That was a good call.
In radio, you got to end with a good one. You got to end.
I know you don't want to take
on a high
chances,
but
of course. Here's one.
What's wrong with that call?
Oops, right? All right, we'll try to end with this one.
Bill Risley warms in the bullpen. Mattingly swings and he hits a drive to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Back to back. Nina belly to belly. Don Mattingly homers in the right center field area. And the Yankees take a 3-2 lead.
Oh, wow. Has he been doing that since
that
94?
long? That long. Mattingly call. Wow.
Wow.
Back to back.
And Andy Hawkins has been knocked out of the game. Holy shit. And a belly to belly. Ugh. Too bad Ben didn't hit a home run. You know, a scalp to scalp and a hog to hog.
Lou Gehrig hits one. Oh, shaky running around the bases.
It is high. It is far. It is gone. Ramon, bring Bam Tino a home run.
And the hit, it is high, it is far, it is gone.
It's back to back and fixed belly to belly and stapled belly to belly.
Yes, they call me the Bearbino.
And Carlisi hits another bare bones home run.
That's true. Superdome evac suspended after shots fired at choppers.
Oh, they're firing at the helicopter.
That's good.
They're rescuing people, and they're shooting at the helicopter.
I wonder how long it's going to take for the country to just start hating people who are in that situation because of the violence.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll get the latest on what's going on with this mess down there, okay?
Yeah, let's get back to back. Belly to
And also,
belly.
An old friend, Steve Dahl, in a little trouble today.
What's wrong with Steve Dahl?
I'll tell you after the break.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you've never seen it before?
Looks like a rock.
New from Sedentary Toys and the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, it's so shiny.
It's got corners.
It's the cool new toy that has everyone jumping for joy.
O&A Party Rock!
It's not just any rock.
It's the O&A Party Rock. The O&A Party Rock is incredibly versatile.
You can chuck it, you can fuck it, you can drop it in a bucket.
You can race it, you can chase it, you can yell right in its face. It's the bestest friend you'll ever have.
O&A Party Rock!
Why is it wearing a party hat?
Every Party Rock comes dressed in a colorful party hat and party blower, making it the centerpiece of any party.
Now with shiny red dancing shoes.
Not only that, the O&A Party Rock is
It's a fucking rock, you dildo.
All right. Powder keg situation over there. Wow. Large crowds outside the Superdome. You can't have that many people waiting to be evacuated. The evacuation process is so slow that they're watching other people leave, and they're starving, no water. They're going to start rolling vehicles over.
And why'd they stop the evacuation process? I know someone fired a copter, some animal, but what the rest of the people didn't. So what are you not busting them out for?
You can't have...
Holy shit.
I'm looking at footage right now. We all are, obviously, outside the Superdome, and that just looks like it's going to get really, really ugly soon. These people are going to start losing their minds.
Well, I don't think they're bringing the buses right up to the door, are they? I see a school bus there, but I don't know about the buses that they're actually taking to the Astrodome.
They're all just standing around waiting for something to happen, and they just don't know what to do. They're they're trying, obviously, but now there were shots fired at a helicopter, so now they're not evacuating anyone from the Superdome at this point.
Oops.
Wow.
Why would you not evacuate? Unless they're using helicopters to take people out.
I think they were.
The problem is they can't get any vehicles into these areas. The only way they could get anywhere is with helicopters.
What kind of an idiot would fire bullets at the helicopter? Why would you do that?
I don't know, maybe someone that's really hungry, hasn't eaten in days, hasn't had fresh water in days, and has cranky ass.
No, that's an asshole.
Yeah, you can't fire at a helicopter.
I don't care how hungry. You don't fire at the helicopter.
It's taking you out.
There's no excuse for that.
And supposedly some hospital truck was hijacked.
Yeah, an ambulance.
Or an ambulance or something. We're getting word of that. XM teaming up with the Red Cross in its effort to help the people in the hurricane-damaged areas. If you want to donate, 1-800-HELP-NOW. That's 1-800-HELP-NOW. And we're starting up an Opie and Anthony auction. We should have it up and running within the next hour, hopefully. Some of our items that we've had signed over the last year, we're just throwing it all up online, and people could bid for that stuff, and we'll donate all the money to the Red Cross and their effort, okay?
Well, they've already gotten a concert for hurricane relief. It's going to be an hour-long show. That'll air Friday on NBC. Concert will include country singer Tim McGraw, Harry Connick Jr., Wynton Marsalis, and will be hosted by Matt Lauer.
In New York?
Oof. Well, Borefest, that sounds like.
Matt Lauer, have you ever seen him in person? Dude, that guy has got charisma coming off his ears.
Is that it?
Oh, he's great.
We saw him at the Rolling Stones press conference.
A suit jacket, jeans, no socks. That's the look I like.
It was 100 degrees out.
Yeah.
MTV VH1 announced the relief campaign, kicked off Saturday, September 10th, featuring Dave Matthews, Alicia Keys, John Mellencamp, Ludacris, Green Day.
All right, we got Harry Connick Jr. audio. He was on the Today Show very recently, reporting from New Orleans.
When you see this devastation, will the city ever be able to recover from this? Because so much history has been completely washed away.
Well, I mean, I remember after 9/11, I used to hear a lot of people talking about the spirit of New Yorkers and how strong they were, and it was truly unbelievable how strong they were. One thing about New Orleans, these people are freakishly strong and passionate about this city. That's kind of a funny thing. The first thing I thought of when I came down last night and I saw Canal Street, I felt like it was Ash Wednesday, the day after Mardi Gras Day, because this is the closest that it would look to that. Just everything kind of in disarray, and then you expect it, within 24 hours the city's functioning again. Absolutely, the city's gonna rebuild. These people are tough, Katie. They're strong people, and we're proud of our. Somebody asked me last night. They said, "Can you imagine spending 3 days in the Superdome?" I said, "Well, it can't be any worse than spending 3 hours in the Superdome watching some of those Saints games that we've had in the past." We're tough. We're tough people. We're diehard, and we'll make it through. It's just right now. It's just weird.
Oof. All right.
Maybe we can get some guests to help promote their charity events on that. That'd be nice. Maybe we can.
Oh, there you go. There's an angle.
Maybe that will motivate someone to put famous people here.
No.
I mean, I'm not knocking today's guest list. We got a good one.
First guest of the week.
Yes,
no. We had.
We're not supposed to trash the Booker. Remember that, guys.
Okay. I won't.
Steve Dahl, radio talk show host in Chicago, in a bit of trouble.
This is not good.
And if this is true, I think he's fired. So fired.
This all depends on how much publicity this gets. If it's got what they call legs, if people run with it, then he will be in huge trouble. Fired.
So fired.
So incredibly and completely fired.
Steve Dahl serves up recipe with foul taste.
Ooh. Attaboy.
Bless you.
Cool.
Jesus, could you cover your mouth?
No need for that.
Holy shit!
I like the fact that not only does he not, but he opens it wider. This way, could cough and stuff.
What are you doing?
That's what I do because you fart every day.
I don't fart every day.
For now on,
farts don't give you tuberculosis.
From now on, I sneeze without covering up. That's what I do now.
I'll do that too. My hiney burps. That's the cute way to say it. Look at Jesus.
Lysol's also disinfectant spray.
Good point, Ant. Good point.
You got something like coffee.
That's good. It'll help you.
That's right.
Shows whatever ails you.
It'll take away that cold. Theo Patino sneezes again.
Steve Dahl serves up recipe with foul taste. You got to hand it to Steve Dahl. I'm reading the article here from the Sun-Times. Even after all these years, radio's original bad boy still knows how to push the envelope of bad taste to the absolute limit. While other broadcasters struggle to convey the enormous extent of Hurricane Katrina's toll, Dahl is mining the tragedy for comedy. On his WCKG afternoon show Tuesday, he mused about creating a drink inspired by reports of floating corpses in New Orleans.
Yikes.
And on his weblog Wednesday, he elaborated. Okay, so maybe this is a quote from him, I guess, Anthony, or his writings?
Yeah, now hold on. Is this on the air, or is this part of a weblog?
I think he mentioned it. He mused about creating a drink inspired by a report. He probably said something about it.
He definitely said something about it, because then it says, and on his weblog Wednesday, he elaborated.
All right.
So he started the thought on a show, and then he elaborated on his weblog.
Yeah, the highlighted part?
No, just keep reading.
All right. Okay.
This is what he said on his weblog. Yeah.
So now I feel a little guilty that I wanted to see New Orleans completely covered in water. Dahl wrote. You have to admit, though, that the helicopter rescues and the looting make for some interesting TV. I guess I understand the looting for food and water. If I were flooded out of my home, I think I would crave a 32-ounce bottle of Dasani water and a can of SpaghettiOs myself. But trying on clothes while standing knee-deep in floodwater, that seems a bit much. I'm still waiting on the floating corpses. I guess because a lot of people are reporting floating corpses, but they haven't been on the news yet, so I guess that's what he meant by that.
Look at some of the pictures that Than is popping up on the screen to my left, and you showed one of a floating corpse.
Really?
Yeah, there was one. They're starting to appear on the Internet.
And here's where he gets in trouble. Quote, Steve Dahl. To that end, I have sent away for 5 pounds of chocolate babies to act as floaters in the new drink I'll be inventing this week, the floating corpse. I'm thinking creme de coco, Kahlua, some rum, maybe a little cream, and a floating chocolate baby.
He is so fired.
If he wrote it, though, and he didn't say it on the air, maybe.
Yeah, he might slide then. Of course, I'll fine-tune that and come up with a secret ingredient or two, but that's the general cocktail framework I think I'm working with presently. Sort of a mudslide without the mud, more of a muddy waters. Oh, we have a New Orleans resident commenting on Steve Dahl's recipe there.
Go ahead, go and leave out Barton, yeah.
Oh, well, he's fine.
Well, I think that the New Orleans... I think the New Orleans resident probably didn't appreciate what he had to say.
What's that supposed to be, some kind of sick joke? You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you. Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God. We are here to help the Vietnamese because inside every gook there is an American trying to get out. It's a hardball world, son. We've got to try to keep our heads until this peace craze blows over.
And read the last paragraph.
That guy's fantastic.
Vietnamese.
Also, just for the record, the chocolate baby thing is not meant to be racist in any way. Yes, there have been a lot of African Americans on TV being rescued and the like, but they don't make anything over than chocolate baby. What is that?
Other?
Other.
Yes.
What did I say over twice?
Oh, you're sweet. You're a sweet.
But they don't make anything other than... Yeah.
You do have the same copy as me, right?
Yeah.
Where it says other.
It's other.
Okay.
Yeah. But they don't make anything other than chocolate babies or licorice babies. And it seems to me that chocolate was less offensive. It's a judgment call. If they made strawberry babies, I would have ordered 5 pounds of them, too. Is that him trying to
I don't know.
get out of trouble?
Yes, cool. You do a floating, by the way, thing. Can you get a camera? Do we have a camera, please? One of the interns. Something has to be addressed. I would like to know, if you, maybe you don't have to get one. Just have someone bring it in. You're doing that. Have somebody bring it in. Maybe a hawk can bring a camera in.
Yeah.
I would like to know, why would you make a dead bodies floating joke and then try to be PC and say African Americans and explain away the racist angles?
Yeah.
Just go all the way with it, man. If you're going to make the joke,
Mm-hmm.
don't insult people's intelligence.
It's just stupid.
I like Steve Dahl, though. I don't think he should be fired for it.
Well,
It's his right to say it. It's tasteless, but he's...
It's going to get some legs, you watch.
I don't think anyone should be fired for anything you say on the air, to tell you the truth.
I agree.
But that is wow.
No, I actually don't agree. Some people should be fired for certain things. I am gone. Ugh. Martini Steve.
Crazy Dean.
Yeah.
Why do you keep calling?
Why am I calling?
What do you want, sweetie?
I'm watching CNN, and they're feeding the people in Orleans lobster.
Well, yeah, it's the lobster's plentiful down there.
Easy to get. You pick them out of the trees now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but you know what? Crazy Dean, as I was in on Norton's birthday down in Times Square, handing out flyers, and then I got into an accident.
And
I just wanted to let them know that I was chasing drug dealers down.
All right. You're a good boy.
Hence Crazy Dean.
Yeah. Crazy Dean.
We get it. Crazy Dean. You're crazy. You're insane. What else you got, Crazy Dean?
Well, I'm just watching CNN right now, and they have happy people in the kitchen cutting lobsters up.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's exactly what I saw.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's
I'm not
sure
looking at houses that
smiles.
Then you can only see the roofs.
I'm sure that's in New Orleans. Wow. They're doing that.
Nathaniel?
Those are roofs, man. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Are you Sam or Nathaniel?
It's Pete.
All right, Crazy Dean. Thank you. So you'll stop calling because you finally got on the air, right?
No, call back.
On the air now?
Yes, you are.
All right.
Oh. It's good. Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez offered humanitarian relief Wednesday. I guess Jesse Jackson went over there to say hi to him down there in Venezuela. And Chavez focused on criticizing George Bush, calling him the king of vacations, and referring to the fact that he was at his Texas ranch when the hurricane struck. He said Bush, there at his ranch, said nothing more than you need to flee. He didn't even say how, in cowboy style. So now world leaders, one of them at least, coming forward and criticizing Bush on his handling of the disaster. I don't like the way Bush is doing anything these days, but Jesus. Yeah. When Venezuela's leader, Hugo Chavez, is criticizing you.
And there was reports like of all the offers from France and all the rest of the world did say a lot of good stuff.
They don't cut checks though. You know?
They probably would.
I think it's looked at as if, let's say, Opie got a flat tire, and he goes to Danny and says, "Could I have a couple of bucks for a tire?"
Probably. I mean,
you know, it looks a little off.
Yeah, right. Well, a multi-millionaire asked Danny.
Shut up!
I'm trying to talk to you. I'm shy. Where's the? I just wanted to talk to because I wanted to get what's the intern? What's his name? The tall kid. Pete sent. Yeah. No, I noticed his trousers for a skew. I just wanted to ask him about that.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have a new batch of interns, by the way.
Yes, we do.
Here comes Pete, one of the new interns. What do you got there, Hawk?
Weblog.
I'm not seeing any standout personalities, though, to tell you the truth.
Well, what's wrong with
in this batch?
Hi.
Hey.
I was noticing your pants. Was I incorrect?
They're all laughing at you, Danny.
What about him?
No, can you lift your shirt a little bit? I'm not being queer from the back.
The hell's wrong? Why are you looking at the intern's ass?
Just.
He's wearing his pants down low. That's what the kids do these days.
It just doesn't hold him up, right?
You know?
Yeah, my dad blessed me with no ass. So.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, it's just flat. It doesn't hold any pants up.
Yeah, there's a flat ass, and his jeans are real low, and he's got the boxers underneath covering up all the goodness.
No, it's just a little homeboyish. So I was commenting.
You're not trying to be ghetto or nothing. Gangster.
Me, man. That's how people are wearing their pants these days.
All right, I hope not.
These days, if these days were like 1995.
No, I'm telling you, it's coming back.
That started in prison, by the way, because they don't have belts.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of those fashions start in prison, yes. The no laces.
Wow.
I think so.
So, what's your name, sir?
Pete.
Pete.
Or you could just
intern.
Look at his hair and call him Caligula. Either one. No, you're a good boy, Pete.
Thanks.
The new batch of interns, I noticed, no real standout personalities.
Pete's all right. He's just shy.
It's been like 2 days. Give him a chance.
No, usually day one, there's one of them that were like, oh, boy, this guy. And they're running them a little ragged. I noticed the former interns that are now employees running them a little ragged. I noticed the other day they sent one of them out for my bagel and my club soda with the side of cream cheese. And I don't know what stories they're telling these new interns, but this guy comes in. The look on his face is horror. He's horrified. He puts the bag down on my desk, turns and goes to walk away. Quickly, and now twice the horror on his face, turns around and goes, "Oh, I didn't take it out of the bag." And he goes and grabs to take my soda out of the bag, and he was horrified that he put it on the table and not removed it from the bag for me. And I went, dude, it's fine. You can leave it in the bag.
Why'd you say that? You should have said you're goddamn right you didn't take it out of the bag.
Mike told him to make it fancy after he put it down, so I ran back in.
And I didn't know they were taping me at the time, and I said this.
Go ahead, go and leave out Baden, yeah.
Well, one of the interns actually went to pick a bagel instead of the thing, and Travis was like, "Don't do that, it's too risky."
Amazing.
Take no chance, Travis.
Fucking yellow line at the middle of his shirt. Fucking Mikey, middle of the road you are. Hey, where's okay, so you're Pete. Who's the other kid? I don't know if I like him or if he creeps me out. The one with the shorts and the
Bill.
Little swimmers.
Bill?
I think it's Bill.
Yeah,
Hello, Bill.
Yeah, want me to go grab him?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We might as
it's
well.
An open house in here, apparently.
Introduce the interns, the new batch. This is
wow.
Bill.
Charles Manson. Jesus.
No, it's Charles Bronson.
I see that he looks. He's wearing the Charles Bronson T-shirt, but I'm going to go with Charles Manson myself. I like to be a little different. Everyone sees the Charles Bronson, but I see a little Charlie in there,
Charles Manson in him?
Please tell me I'm not the only one that notices that they went wig shopping together.
You do kind of sporting the same type of do. That's must be going on these days. Charles Bronson, that's pretty cool.
Excellent
I'm
shirt.
a big Charles Bronson fan.
Death Wish 3 is the greatest movie ever made.
Absolutely. Is that the one? What do you do with this? Jerk off?
No, that's 10 to Midnight, the guy with the great
sheets, 10 to Midnight.
Warren.
Yeah. What's this for, jacking off?
Death Wish 3 is the one that's a mix between a comic book and a video game.
Yeah?
It's just shooting kids in Bosnia and New York City. It was the greatest movie.
You like that better? The first one was great because Goldblum is in there going, we're going to get the rich cunt. You got to like that, Goldblum.
That's good.
And part 2.
Rich cunts.
What was the line in part 2? Do you like Jesus? You believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
You're gonna
you're going to meet him.
Yeah, I thought
and
it was
of
on the
course,
hook.
Great Escape. Yeah. I dig to get out. I love that guy, Charles Bronson. And he always makes you could always describe to a girl how they're supposed to look when they're given head. You tell them, just make a Charles Bronson mouth. No teeth, just curl your lips over and make Charles Bronson mouth. Big fan of the Bronson. Very good.
What a man's man.
Yeah, of course.
He's not some pussy like Chuck Norris who'll fight. Like
right.
Charles Bronson, someone you're coming towards him, even though you're 20 feet away. He's not going to kick the knife at you. He's just going to shoot you and walk off.
Very good.
Like the washed-up fucking Texas
Bronson.
Ranger. I hate that fucking guy.
All right, we found the special one.
Yeah, that deadpan 1,000-yard Marine stare.
Yeah, that didn't take long, Ant.
He's good. I like this guy.
I like Bill.
What's your story, Bill?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Go to SUNY Purchase. It's a big faggot school.
Literally or figuratively?
No, literally.
Literally.
And, literally.
Yeah.
Many gays around.
Yeah.
But I
They
don't
must love you with your little swimmer's Bill. Jesus.
Oh, I don't go
He's
out
wearing
there.
a small shirt. It just barely covers his belt. Why don't you tie that in a little fucking knot before you come in? You're a good boy, Bill.
Yeah, it's okay.
What are you going there for?
Really, I have no major. Kind of liberal arts. I'm headed in that direction. Everything I do with production, I do on my own. Since I was in high school, I was on the radio.
High school radio.
Yeah, and then when I got out of high school, well, I was kicked off, but then after I got out and
all right, wait, you
college,
can't. Why did you get kicked off?
Well, I went to Catholic high school, St. John the Baptist in West Islip, New York. And I would just like to say, if you send your kids there, you're a bad parent.
Oh,
that place is for. I fucking hate that place. Walter Lace, the principal's a fucking crook. I just want to let that out there.
Well, maybe we shouldn't say that on the air. That's probably your opinion, and
so is
I hope
Father
you're going.
Jim
Are you
Blonde.
going to school for broadcasting or anything? You ever hear libel or slander or words like that?
Well,
you ever hear that maybe you can't just blurt private people's people's names out there and attach these allegations to them?
Well, I've been waiting 3 years for that at least.
This guy's psychotic.
See, and
you're really not allowed to say that on the air.
We don't know if you've been waiting 3 years.
But this is figuratively, I guess. Is that right?
No, that still doesn't cover it, my friend.
You
You can't make accusations, even if you assume them to be true. You can't just come on the air and make them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that could probably get us in trouble, and
I won't do that anymore.
You'd be out of an internship.
That's
How
right.
about that?
And Opie would be out of what, $42 million this year.
Well, you know Father Jim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
You don't like Father Jim?
I
don't make any accusations.
No, I'm just saying.
Criminal
allegations. Allegedly is a good word.
I liked Father Jim up until the end, where when I was getting kicked out of high school, he didn't stand up for me, and then I kind of got the boot.
Oh.
What'd you get kicked out of high school for?
Like a bunch of stuff, but in the end, I wrote a report for something. Like I took a class called sexuality or something, and we had to do a report on a.
Was the name of sexuality or something?
That's what the priest called it. That's what Father Jim called it when they were in the back of the car. Sexuality or something.
And
Charles Bronson mouth.
And so I wrote a report. It had to be on a controversial topic, and it had to be approved. I got it approved. Everybody was doing like, abortion, that's controversial, and I did statutory rape, age laws and whatever. So then when I did
pro or con.
So when I did the report that night, I ended up writing the whole report about why the statutory rape age should be lowered. And and it was so funny when I was writing it, just because I'm cracking up. I'm like, if the Amish could take their kids out of school in the 6th grade, I don't understand why I can't have sex with a 13-year-old. And like,
remember when I said a couple of minutes ago that there's no standout this time around?
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
Can you bring that report in?
I'll have to look for it, but yeah, I think I.
Yeah, we want to read that report.
I'd like to read your senior thesis, Megan's Law - why the puppy was at fault.
And then I got in more trouble because I took the report because I had to do a controversial speech for speech class. I took the report, changed the teacher's name on it, handed it in. Next day, both reports are in the principal's office. I get called down. And I actually didn't even bother to take out of the report, which I wrote into it, which I didn't realize. It says actually in the report, like, this is a sexuality class project, so I'm going to say this or something. So I knew I plagiarized myself.
You are a madman.
And then in
I
want to thank Steve and Ben for doing another bang-up job finding the fine interns that we now have.
Where do you find these people? Do you look on the site for people who have been arrested for biting a small child?
And then I had a third report,
dental imprints,
which was my English term paper, and I referred to the character in To Kill a Mockingbird as a whore. And that got sent down too.
Oh, who, the girl
who
accused Brock Peters?
the girl who got the black eye killed or whatever.
Oh, that's a fair assessment because she wasn't raped.
No, right? Actually, he was referring to the lawyer's daughter. What was her name?
Gregory Peckett?
Yeah, whatever her name was in that movie.
Well, I don't know.
As long as you didn't disrespect Bull Radley.
Oh, and I also wrote the best thing about the book, The Pearl, which I had to read 3 times in high school, was when the main character beat his wife after she tried to get rid of the pearl. And I'd end up...
Yeah.
And all this got sent at once. And I'm like, I got in trouble. I didn't really think it would make a difference, but...
And Father Jim said...
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God.
But actually what happened was they gave me my diploma and told me not to come back, so I was like 3 months early of
that
vacation.
Second part was probably good advice.
Because they were trying to
come back.
They were trying to kick me. They were trying to kick me out, but I got a lawyer in there, and then they got scared. So they're like, "Here's your diploma. Just don't come back here." So basically, from March 25th on, I didn't have high school. And then I went to Purchase, and they didn't have a radio station, so I did my TV show.
You are something.
How about
TV
you?
Show, huh?
How about you, Pete? You ever fuck a girl who has a tooth in a plastic baggie under a pillow?
Can't say I have.
All right.
What are your views on statutory rape? He wants the age lowered.
Wow.
I like the way you think.
Kid's got a look too.
Yeah.
Your eyes are a little scary, bro.
Hopped up on Adderall.
What?
I'm all hopped up, because I get up so early for this. I take 2 Adderall and then head and
Adderall.
Down
What's Adderall?
It's like Ritalin, but it's actually cleaner, and it's
cleaner than Ritalin.
Yeah, it's like a new thing they hand. I don't have ADD, but they prescribe it to ADD kids, and they prescribe it to me.
So you had the ADD, or you got the ADD?
They found that I didn't, but my psychiatrist didn't believe the psychologist. So they just keep giving me prescriptions.
Really?
And
what did they diagnose you as having?
Nothing.
Bipolar?
This is all in that high school, that 12th. I was in 12th grade and I was getting in trouble a lot. This is all happening at once.
So you're getting in trouble.
I was trying to salvage my high school thing. I'm like, okay, I will go to this.
How long you been out of high school?
2003. So.
And they're still giving you these Adderall?
Yep. And all the extra just ends up.
What else do you take? Adderall. What?
Well, whatever things come into my contact. But this is prescribed to me, Adderall specifically.
Oh, but if somebody else has what? Like,
if they want to trade, OxyContin, whatever.
OxyContin.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just kidding.
I really think Ben and I need to amend our question list when we interview these guys.
Well, every new intern we get gives you guys new questions to ask for the next batch.
Well, we have a couple new questions now.
Yeah.
I'm a hard worker, though, and I don't take any drugs that aren't prescribed to me, and those help me work.
How's he doing, by the way? Anybody?
From what I've seen, he's a go-getter. He's a very ambitious kid.
Yeah.
And that was everything, from the interview. He was just a real ambitious kid. We didn't ask him about the prescription medication.
Who would know?
Can I say something? I don't care if you do coke out of a diaper. As long as you get shit done around here, you can behave however you want.
Care.
Yeah, and I would really like to work here as much as I can because I don't like going back. I just sit around drinking all day because I scheduled all my classes actually around the internship.
Yeah.
And I built a bar for my apartment as a keg on tap and I just sit around drinking when I'm not productive, and it's so much better being here and knowing I'm doing something
as opposed to just sitting around drinking.
Yes.
Do you play video games when you drink?
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's a pretty cool life, though. Drinking and video games is like the shit.
Yeah.
So I got where I am.
I'm gonna go to the phones real fast. Bob in Jersey, go ahead, Bob.
Yo, how many milligrams of Adderall do you eat a day?
20.
20. So you eat 20 milligrams. Adderall is amphetamine salt, which means the kid's just pounding 20 milligrams of speed every morning.
Good boy.
No, I take 2 at once.
Oh. You take 40?
Yeah, and I take 2 at once instead of having 1 later in the day.
Could you bring some in for the rest of the staff?
Yes, I will if you want me to.
All right, boys. See ya.
No.
I want him to give it to Ben, so Ben literally disappears. You wouldn't be able to see him. Motion so quick the human eye can't pick it up.
Like that Star Trek episode.
Yeah, where they move so quick. All you'd hear is...
On my TV show at school, there's a way.
You got a TV show, huh?
Yeah, because I didn't have radio, but so I got into the TV. That's how I self-taught myself the production with Cool Edit Pro 2 and such. And
yeah.
Well, like I just do. I don't give a shit about the TV show that much. It's actually a lot. It's pretty stressful just because I'm pulling all the weight and everyone else there just kind of runs the things around me. But like I actually tried to. There's some way you can make crystal meth with Adderall.
Yeah, that's what people are saying here on Instant Feedback.
And I've been trying to figure it out, like, because you need, like, so I can demonstrate it on the show.
Right.
Not with the actual stuff, but, like, there's so many kids in
Public
college.
affairs show, then. What?
No, I would never do it.
He's allowed to talk about that.
No, I'm talking about...
Yeah. Why is Eric
I'm talking
saying
about...
Hold on. What, Eric, why is
Eric has decided what's good and bad for
Eric,
the radio show.
That's not libel or slander.
He's not slibeling.
I don't do illegal drugs.
He could talk about production of methamphetamine.
We'll decide when the kid's going too far.
Yeah, we'll decide, Hawk.
Yeah, what are you panicking for?
Jeez.
I want to hear, what's the matter? What were you scared of? Tell us. That's all right.
Go ahead, Eric.
I just didn't want the company saying, oh, well, he can't work here anymore. Because of some of the stuff
I don't do any...
allegedly doing.
He doesn't do it here. He's not setting up a meth lab
I don't
here.
do anything that's not prescribed to me by my doctor, who I'm glad to tell you who he is if you want to know.
No.
With him.
Let's
I'm just saying.
Kevorkian.
I'm just saying.
But doctor, patient privilege.
But on my TV show, like I wouldn't have it and actually do it. I would demonstrate, because so many kids in college take Adderall, that I would show the process or demonstrate somehow without actually doing how to make it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of it, like kind of like a cooking show.
Right.
And that's what I was planning to do.
And then you would take some of your Adderall and mix it with maybe cold medication.
Well, I would do it with like colored waters and things, but I wouldn't actually do it.
Right.
Yeah, let's not explain the process right
I don't
now.
know.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, you could get it on the internet.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Ken in Atlanta. Ken, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? I didn't realize Jeffrey Dahmer had a son.
Dude, he looks like Dahmer. That's you don't know. He really does. He has I was looking at his face. And I'm like, who does he remind me of? God damn it! You just said it. It's
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Is it Dahmer a little bit?
Yes.
He's got like serial killer eyes.
No, it's the shape of the mouth and the jaw too. He looks like Dahmer. Oh, is there a picture of him online? Oh, so he saw the picture and made the connection. I guess so. Okay, yeah, good call, man. And Pete, I don't know if you guys know who Adam Baldwin is, but you're among friends, Ricky. He looks like Linderman.
Linderman.
Hey, leave him alone, Moody.
Give him the bike.
All right, well.
Oh, Mike.
Give him the bike.
I have a feeling we've just touched the surface with Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Bill.
I got a lot of stuff.
You want to take back that statement officially, Anthony?
Absolutely. We found a standout. Very good. And he works hard. That's all we care about here.
What does Master
All
Paul
we
have?
care about.
Yeah, Master Paul has something. Hold on. Is it already? Eric, is Master Paul? Okay.
Yeah, Poe.
I just want all of you to know that this young man has a sword fighting background.
Sword fighting?
Yeah, he does Aikido. And
Are you a LARPer?
I'm a kendoist.
Kendo. Oh, so you got the sticks?
Yeah, I'm a Nidon, which is second-degree black belt. If
Yeah?
translate it.
How long have you been taking?
I'm a level 43 wizard, by the way.
That's right.
I can kick ass.
He'll throw the moon and stars at you.
I have a staff.
I've been LARPing a couple times.
You've been LARPing?
Yeah, I've actually been LARPing.
There's another article in the paper about LARPing.
Were you actually LARPing?
Yeah,
Explain
LARPing. Been
Please
LARPing 3 times.
explain
Live
LARPing.
action role playing.
Yeah,
It's when two guys in a rest area like see each other and bang helmets and make the yummy noise.
Yeah, we run around a Girl Scout camp for a weekend with a bunch of 40-year-old fat guys.
And
hitting each other with foam sticks, yelling, 2 damage, 2 damage.
You're dressed like Dungeons and Dragons type characters.
Yeah, whole deal.
And you have staffs and swords and spells.
Yeah.
What do you use to represent spells? Some people use water balloons. Other people use powder.
Little sandbags.
Sandbags. And then you throw a sandbag at a guy, and all of a sudden he's got a certain amount of points of damage depending on that spell.
Feels great to admit that on national radio.
Yes, it certainly should.
No one's going to remember what you admitted today, sir.
Do you write something on the sandbags?
No. You got to call it out and then throw it.
What do you yell?
I don't know. I've never actually played a wizard.
Oh, what were you, like a tank?
It's a pirate.
Pirate, huh?
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
There's so many of those kids at my school, and I hate every one of them.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, I think we have one of your
cool
teachers on the line, Pat. You teach at Pat?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You teach at Bill's school?
I'd like actually, we call him Billy.
Pat?
Little Billy. How you doing, Billy?
Good.
Do you know this guy?
Badmouth and Mr. Lace, huh?
Listen to the nervousness in your voice.
I know, yeah. Listen, ask Billy.
Oh, Pat Carney?
Are
you shook up? Are you nervous?
You got me kicked off the radio.
Oh, yes, I did, because you're a little
son
pig.
of a bitch.
Oh.
This guy. Let me tell you about
this
this guy. This guy, I guess he's like a teacher now, but he used to be the guy that wheelchaired around the crippled kid.
That's
now,
right.
this kid looked like a mannequin draped on a chair. That's what this kid, Kyle, looked like.
Watch it.
No, I'm not going to say his name, but listen, I sat that kid was an asshole. I sat at a table with him because he was friends with some kids, and I went to grab a napkin from the kid. He has a pile of napkins this fucking big. He can only use one arm, so... And
ask Billy if he's ever eaten out of a dumpster.
And, so he's
dumpster diving, Billy?
Yeah, way back when.
Hold on, Pat. I want to hear how he had a confrontation with the kid in the wheelchair who could only use one arm over
to get a napkin.
This kind of so
Billy had a way of being very very nice to the handicapped children. He actually tried to be nice to this kid.
No, I was trying to be nice to him, but
and
the problem
the kid had he was an angry handicapped kid.
Yeah. And he grabbed one napkin from him. He's like. Or no, wait, no. I'm like, have a napkin. He's like, no. I'm like, oh yeah, it's an asshole. Because I'm treating him like anyone else at the table, you know. And then I walk away, and he's apparently like, asshole. You're calling me asshole. He's yelling at all the other kids. And the only reason I feel bad is because all the other kids at the table saw that. And so the next year, when he went to go sit with them, those kids refused to sit with him. And he would be at the table. He would go, why are you guys leaving the table? They go, oh, because we hate you. Apparently, the next year.
Cool.
When I wasn't in that experience.
Run away.
Now, Pat.
I mean, I don't feel that bad about it.
Sure, what's up?
How do you know him? You know him because were you his teacher?
I did not teach him, but I was actually I'm going to get fired for this.
How'd you get him thrown off the radio?
Because he was a nut. Do you remember what you did, Billy? You took over the radio station, and it was like, I remember saying to him, dude, this is not WNEW. You are not Opie and Anthony.
What happened?
You what?
Hello?
Adam?
Yeah.
No, it popped to another... You guys saw it. They just
it
popped
just popped to another
phone.
call. Damn it.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, we didn't want you right now. I'm sorry, bro. We
damn.
had Bill's teacher on the line, and I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, call right back. There was a technical glitch.
What happened? Pat was a cool guy and all. It's just that I kind of got mad at him when he... Because I was kicked off radio...
Wait,
10th grade and then...
But you took over the radio station, he was saying?
Yeah, what I did was... the school was really big with security and stuff, and I brought my friend from a different school. I gave him a uniform. He'd come in from Babylon, and he'd come up and do the show with me.
Yeah.
And, this is how every St. John's radio show would be. Be like, oh, just a bunch of kids, and they're like, oh, we're playing the music. We're doing the weather, the traffic. And it's a 2-mile radius. I knew no one was really listening to anything. But, so... When I did the radio show, I would look at the TV and the TV Sony. So I'd write Sony in as as a band. I'd hand that shit in, and then I would be instead of playing music, I would just sing the songs and just make up words and not even do it. And I'd play 2 records at once and just waste time and then do a lot of crap like that.
Can you bring in one of your radio shows?
I smell golden ticket.
It's not as funny back then as I am now, but
back then, no.
There's one CD my friend has, I think, still of our last show.
Yeah, well, you got to bring that in. You got to bring that in.
Yeah.
Father Jim was a lot cooler of a radio thing. He let us get away with a lot more.
I go way back with Father Jim. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
And what happened quickly? Dumpster diving.
Yeah.
What was that about?
No, I used to be I used to be into the punk scene and stuff, and I would just at the end of the day when they throw out pizzas and stuff, they're just kind of, they're not that it's actually touching garbage, but they'd be throwing away all the pizza they made that day, and you wait, and then you take it right out because it's still in the boxes and stuff, and that, donuts and bagels, you could always get from Trader Joe's those away.
As opposed to getting out $1 and getting a fresh slice.
Well, now I have a lot of money, so not a lot of money, but I treat myself better nowadays.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
It's funny.
Wowie, wow.
There's a lot more where that came from, if you ever need.
I don't even doubt that for a second.
We'll have you back on. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Matter of fact, you don't have to do anything around here. Just sit and wait for us to call you into the
You are now...
I could give comments on whatever, All
right. We'll have you back.
Well, you'll be back.
Wait, is Pat back?
And thank you, Larper.
Hold on. Pat might be back.
Pat?
Oh, Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, what else you got?
It got disconnected.
Not much. I mean, the kid definitely scared the crap out of me a few times, though,
Really?
But, who knows? I mean, maybe he's gonna get that golden ticket.
Why did he scare you? You thought you were gonna get in trouble?
No, it wasn't that I thought he was going to kill somebody. He used to have a remember your belt, Billy? It was like a cord that he used to plug in. It was like a belt. There was like an electrical cord as a belt. Those eyes.
That was just a joke when we got to the radio station. I took a surge protector and I just put it around my waist. Because Pat's trying to lecture me on how to do a radio show. It's like, you have to plan everything out before you do it. And I put a surge protector on. I'm like, I'm a Power Ranger. I wouldn't even listen to him. It wasn't actually a belt. I was just
Can I ask the most important question?
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of ours?
Yes.
Okay.
Because actually, that's how Pat and I kind of I got to know Pat because I was supposed to be be in computer class doing computer work, and he was substituting.
And he'd be sitting on O&A or
no, I was on Save O&A. That was right after.
Right.
I was on SaveONA.net trying to see what was going on.
You wouldn't come up here with a weapon and kill us. Or
no.
All right. That's all I want to know.
And Billy, you're not going to come after me, are you? Because I know you know where I am.
All right. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, all right, see ya.
All right, there goes Pat, his old teacher, Bill, the intern, Billy, whatever, and of course, we already forgot about him, Pete. This all started with Pete.
He had a good LARPing story as a pirate.
Yeah, I guess. Right.
Pete the pirate LARPer.
Pete, you're going to have to try a little harder if you want some attention from the boys.
The pirate LARPing thing would have definitely...
That would have killed, Dan.
That would have been great, but this guy...
Hard to follow methamphetamines and baby fucking.
All right, we got to take a break. And we'll continue with Troy's mixtape of love.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
For Melissa. And more hurricane coverage, obviously. Stay there.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
News teases. Wait, not even a news tease. Just your local news just getting... This is what we're looking for from the rest of the country. Your local news getting wacky. Your local news scaring the shit out of you with their teases.
Yeah.
Anything else? And anything else out of the ordinary, I guess.
Right now on The Insider and Entertainment Tonight. Two teenagers attack. Is it the work of one killer shark? Get ready to be an insider. Could there be a real-life Jaws on the loose? Latest on young Craig, as little Jamie is about to be laid to rest.
Now the shark, Betsy.
I just want to eat your pussy. I want you to bite Betsy's leg off, swim around with her blood all over your snout. If you like this idea, just don't evolve for 60 million years.
That's very funny.
Great. I just want to take my mouth and latch on you like a pilot fish. I just want to latch on underneath your lip and eat your scraps.
I normally don't do this, but I don't know. Let's just go fucking crazy. Let's just eat the Kinder Boy. Let's just have a license plate in our stomachs. I just want to put on a suit jacket with anchors on it and close the beaches.
If you're into this, bite some Italian guy's leg off with a perfectly tight sneaker on it.
I just want to go fucking crazy. If you like this, just look at me and roll back your eyes as you feed.
I'll do drugs. I'll drink to your leg. Come on.
But you gotta act like you're into Robert Shaw. You gotta act like you're into... Stupid Pat O'Brien.
He's the worst.
Shut up, Pat.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Let's get right to the phones. Dave in Tennessee. What's up, Dave?
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I was just wanting to say it's been fun listening to whoever's the first one that criticizes Bill bringing the food in.
Oh, I don't care if the bagel has a footprint on it. Good job.
Right.
Good job, you.
You better have your rapier, Anthony.
Yes, I'll pull out my rapier.
There's definitely something in that kid's eyes. I don't know what it is, but...
Not a good thing. Speed and sword fighting.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Speed and sword fighting,
Bye.
yeah.
Let's say hi to Andrew. Andrew.
Hey.
Where are you?
I'm outside the studio.
And who are you?
My buddy's leaving for Iraq tomorrow. He wanted to come sit in the studio.
Oh, yeah, I got an IM about that guy. He's going to Iraq tomorrow. I told him he wants to come up and watch the show through the thing. He can. He's going to Iraq, yes. You can come up.
Yeah, of course.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it is, man. I talked to someone online about that. It's no problem.
Just leave your weapons on the sidewalk, please.
Yeah, or hand them to a kid. Tell them to hold them.
Paul will check you.
All right. Yeah, come on
cool.
up. All right. Yeah, we get people waiting outside the studio every day now. Every day.
Guys going to Iraq. Of course, you can come in and watch.
Yep.
Stop it.
One more call about this, and we'll move on to this mixtape.
Just some new business. We have some new business, don't we?
Steve, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
New business.
I'd like to move on to new business.
Steve, go.
If Steve doesn't want to talk, why are you pressing him?
Hey, what's up? Is this me?
Is your name Steve?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's bipolar Steve. Dude, this Adderall shit.
Yeah.
Dane, I ended up in the psych ward for a week. I was seeing shit. I thought people were coming after me. Dangerous shit.
Oh, yeah?
That's good.
Yeah, so...
A sword fighter with a drug addiction.
Watch out for this intern.
That's fine.
All right, thanks, sir.
Yeah, he's fine.
Stinky rules.
Stinky does
My whole
rule.
life I've been surrounded by fucking kooks.
Yeah.
Everyone I know has got a problem. Everyone I know.
Every single person out there has a problem.
Two
Got
fucking
their baggage.
The OCD and more OCD show that I'm involved with. fucking Jesus.
He's going to make fun of us with the problems he has.
I know I'm a mess. The fucking producer does so much blow, he walks around looking like Hal Holbrook.
You know, I don't think there's a normal person among us.
Hal Holbrook.
That's a great reference, man. A Hal Holbrook reference.
Yeah.
Who's normal around here?
He absolutely does.
That fucking mustache.
Hal Holbrook.
You think Nathaniel's normal? He might be the normal one.
Nah, he's a repressed creep. Believe me. Self-hating, fucking gadget-looking douchebag. Chan's a problem.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah. Being a stand-up, he has to have problems.
Absolutely.
All you motherfuckers are just lunatics.
Right.
Believe me, every joke he tells, he sees some uncle and a zipper, and then he blacks out and goes to the punchline.
All right. We're getting our auction together.
Cool.
For
Earl. How much for Earl?
Jesus. What? Earl. We're trying to raise some money.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to try to do their part all over America. We're doing our little part. It's a little part, but we're trying at least. We got a bunch of stuff that we've had celebrities sign over the last year, and we're going to throw it up on eBay for auction, and 100% of the proceeds will go to the relief effort, all right?
I got some original CD stuff. Like, I saved some of the original first-run prints that I did of, like, when I was putting together the pages for the inside booklets and stuff. If I can find that stuff, bring that in. Yeah, it's just...
That's the stuff.
I'll dig around at home, see what I got laying around. If you want to just donate money, simple as that, 1-800-HELP-NOW. That's what XM is doing. XM is getting everyone to go there with their donations. 1-800-HELP-NOW. Okay?
And by the way, I have to put out a quick call. I want to revamp my website completely. So if anybody...
Why is that?
Just to update it, man. You look at other sites, and it's time. Everyone's got broadband now, so I got to put audio, video, and stuff.
You are unlike any other comic.
I know.
They never update their websites.
Well, Dane, I got to tell you one thing. Dane Cook is a great site, so I don't want it to be like Dane's. I just want it to be more updated than it is now.
You don't have video or audio on your
None.
site? Oh, okay.
No. I want to have a little interactive thing where when you click on something, I wink and go, hello!
That'd be cool. I would click on that all day.
Hello! It's like a little icon that just gives you positivity.
Would you have a little body and a big head?
Yeah. And you'd click, my arms are akimbo on my ribs, and you click on it and I go, hello!
Ball up your little fists and put them on your hips?
Yeah. Hello! Hello!
Oh.
And I can maybe act out a scene. Yeah, no, the cops are here.
Let's say hi to Billy in Florida. Billy!
Cops. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Hello, Bill!
How you doing?
Good. What's up, Billy?
I heard that Ron and Fez is going to be replacing y'all on the channel.
Yes, that's true.
Oh.
Let's go to Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa.
Ooh.
Well, the guy brought it up. It's true. Whatever. Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa. Where's Martini Steve? We got to get him back into the studio. Martini Steve getting a lot of airtime lately.
It makes me physically ill.
Where's Steve? Steve?
Steve.
Steve. Steve.
Where's that Lebanese sex addict?
Hey, Steve.
He's circling.
Come
Come on, Steve, land.
I cannot wait until that gets old.
It won't
ever.
You and your hybrid car.
It will.
Mulata Monroe car.
It will. I'll just, smile through it, and,
right.
someone else will roll into the bus at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen.
Yes, with a little no-gas guzzling car right into that bus. Jesus.
Steve, what do you got on this mixtape?
You're going to be the first man who paralyzes himself running over a power cord in that little dinky car.
It's very safe, Jimmy.
Yes.
This is... someone sent me a link last night, and it goes to, I think it's called troysmixtape.com is actually the address, and I guess this kid, 16 or 17 years old, made an audio love letter for his his girlfriend of 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, 6 months. It's a whopping anniversary. And
so he's in pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it has got to be the most affectionate thing I've heard in a while. It's sickling.
Is it like Bill's audio? Remember Bill, the intern, made the audio of his young girlfriend? And he said how much he loved her and he enjoyed being with her, and that someday she'd be old enough to understand what he was saying. Fucking creep.
Maybe he was just being shocking with his report.
Shocking.
No, he wasn't.
It's a shock intern.
All right, well, here's a little taste of Troy talking about the love of his life, Melissa.
Happy 6 month anniversary, my babe. Ooh, I love you. I love you so much. You are my everything. I love you so much.
Who's got the douche chill? Who's got the douche chill? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Troy's a good boy.
Oh, is that awful?
What's wrong with that? He's a romantic. He loves his gal.
Yeah. This is the shit that should just be kept behind vault doors, you know?
And you're only 10 seconds in. This goes
Buttercup.
Did he make her
Buttercup, you're on the air.
Did he make her a mixtape of all the songs?
Oh, he does one better. He sings them for her.
No, he doesn't. It's got to be a joke.
No.
6 months has gone by so fast, and this has been the best 6 months of my entire life. It really has been the best 6 months of my entire life, and it's all because of you.
Oh, Jesus.
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me or will ever happen to me. I'm the luckiest guy on the face of this earth. And I know I'm the luckiest guy on earth to have you. And I never, ever, 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 ever want to lose you. Ever. You mean so much to me. You mean more than anything in my life. You mean everything. You are my everything. I'm in love with you. I'd be lost without you.
Wow. You really went above and beyond the Call of Duty for that one, Jim. That was a bare-ass fart into the mic. Oh, pants pulled down, cheeks right against the mic. Fantastic.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. Tough it up. Sure, in 6 months you'll be using it for fuel. Honey, I know it's disgusting, but it's cheaper.
Steve, what'd I tell you? That was good. I would have, actually.
Don't encourage him. Oh, God. That was just horrific.
Oh, wow.
We've gotten that comfortable where we get to see your bare ass every day now.
Yeah, just admit it's nicer than you thought it would be. Supple, yet not soft.
Not a hair to be found.
No, not at all.
Young boy, yes.
A proctologist one time described my asshole, and I quote, like an alien's mouth.
All right, well, let's get back to Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa.
Oh, babe, I love you. I feel like I've known you all my life. I can talk to you about anything, do anything around you, tell you anything, and I know you'll always be there for me. I know that you love me, and I know you care for me. And I just love you so much. You're so perfect in every single way imaginable. I can't believe this could be tangible. Duh. No, you really are so perfect in every single way imaginable. Every single way. You're the perfect girl for me. We are a perfect match, Melissa. We really are.
She's got it bad.
Fucking LaMotta had better mic techniques.
We're so perfect for each other. Everything about us goes perfectly together.
You beautiful people.
Same size. Our hands are the same size. We think alike. I mean, we're seriously perfect for each other. You're so perfect, Melissa, and so unreal, and so awesome.
Awesome.
So incredible. And, oh gosh, so unreal. I'm so lucky. So lucky. I am the luckiest guy on the face of this entire earth.
He said, I can smell your cunt.
Psychopath this guy is.
A lot of people have comments. Tony in Jersey. Tony?
Yeah, she must swallow. That's about the only reason I can see doing a tape like this.
No. This guy is one of those guys that would kill himself. That probably did kill himself after she broke up with him.
Or should.
Should.
She heard this and, like, she probably got so... What do you see this?
Well, go on, finish.
No, I'm saying she probably dumped him because of this. She was probably a little tired of this groveling weasel, and he could sense it.
You nailed it, yeah.
That's about the only reason I can do a tape like this.
All right, let's go to Corey. Corey?
I would rather be stuck in an attic in New Orleans than listen to this shit.
Holy crap. They broke up 3 days after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet you they were on the outs a little bit, and he could sense she was getting tired of him, and he
thought
figured he'd woo her over, and
Right.
this just sent her for the fucking hills.
Yep.
Well, let's get back to the tape.
Ever. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me, or will ever happen to me. You are the best ever, Melissa. There's no better out there. You are, for sure, the best ever.
The best
And
ever?
I'm serious. There is no better out there. You are the best ever. Best there is, and best there ever will be. You're the perfect girl for me. We have so many memories together, and I'll never forget any of them.
I kiss you on the mouth.
Watermelon head, and everything. We just go together so perfectly.
Yeah.
We're just perfect for each other. And we have so many memories, and so many funny times together, and so many funny experiences. And there's going to be many, 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 many more.
Hello, exactly!
And this is like only one of our many, 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 many anniversaries, and there's many, 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 many more to come. And I know that for a fact. My babe.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
This is so
yeah,
chilling.
It's painful. Want more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets worse here.
I want all of it.
It gets a lot worse.
It gets worse.
I can't get enough of this kid.
Hey, babe. I think I'll give you a little song and dance. Are you ready? It might sound kind of bad because this microphone sucks really bad. Okay? And I'm sort of tired. But it's not really like a full song. It's just like a little clip of it. Okay? In all my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. And all my life, I pray for someone like you. Yes, I pray that you feel the same way too. And I hope that you do love me too. Sorry, it's not very good because I'm a little tired, but I try. Here, I'll give you another one. If you're not the one, then what does my hand fit yours this way? If you're not the one, then why does my soul feel glad?
Stop whining.
Today.
Stop whining.
Oh, babe.
Stop it!
I can't sing anymore. I love you so much.
Quiet.
Oh.
Oh, man.
And if you're not the one, then why does my hand fit yours? And why does my soul feel glad? I just don't even know. Maybe it's because you are. Haha.
We're taking
Let's say hi to Corinne in New Jersey. Corinne.
I got it.
Hey guys, Aunt, I just wanted to ask you, is this kind of what it sounded like when you proposed?
Yeah.
Punching out boys.
Exactly. It was a little different. Some guy piling out of a fucking car with Lawrence Hilton Jacobs hair. You want to get married or what?
What do you say? Give it a shot. Spent $200 on this ring.
And you know she had probably a good laugh at this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a guy like Jamaican Mike was behind her.
Oh! All her friends just laughing.
Yeah, what a tool this
got
kid
together. You got to hear this.
The original audio was 14 minutes long. This is cut down to roughly 6 minutes.
So she broke up with him and then threw the audio up on the internet.
Of course, she certainly did.
That is awesome.
Oh, you bitch.
Can we get the? Can we get this kid?
I think he's in Utah somewhere, but I'll look.
Well, why don't we try to get him on the telephone?
Yeah, certainly will.
All right, here we go. You want the last bit of this or no?
More than I want oxygen.
I need it.
I love you so much. And, I wish you were here right now, hugging me and kissing me. Maybe a kiss if you want. But for sure a hug. But maybe a kiss if you wanted to. Now that would be a dream come true. You are a dream come true, Melissa. You are the best ever. And that is true. You are the best ever. Ever. You really are. No doubt about it. You're the best ever. No matter what happens, you are the best ever. I mean, seriously. I'm just trying to show you how much I love you in the CD and tell you so you can always think of me and know how much I love you when you listen to this.
Well.
You're in me,
No
Melissa.
shit.
If I lost you, I would be lost. I never, ever, 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 ever want to lose you. Ever.
Oops, 2 days, ever,
When I
whatever.
sleep, I think about you, Ed. My babe, I love you. You are
Now choke yourself.
my bed. My bed. You're my bed. Happy 6-month anniversary. This is only one of many anniversaries we have had and will have. I love you. Good night, sweet dreams. I'm in love with you. Love you.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Is that a kiss at the end?
Yeah, I think he was kissing.
Those were a bunch of loud kisses.
She broke up with him 3 days later.
3 days later, his forever turned into nothing.
I think this tape backfired on him.
It makes me sick. And he has hair like Sex Bagel. He really irritates me.
Yeah, there's a picture.
I'm sure we got this link to opieandanthony.com, knowing Steve. So.
This is what our own Eric would look like if he weren't retarded.
Wow. Let's say hi to Brad. Brad, what's up? Wow, the listener's slow today.
Brad.
Come on, guys. Help us out. Anthony.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
This is killing me. I want to be there. I want to hear the audio of when he finds out his best friend with a 10-inch cock is pounding his girl.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You think that he lost his virginity to this girl and he's just out of his mind?
Maybe, yeah.
Could you imagine him feeling like that, going over her house and, like, you see maybe she's moving by the window or something, and you go to peek in her room, and there's your best friend just railing her in the ass? He'd have to kill himself. He would have to kill himself right there.
Mike Jersey, what's up?
Yo, he didn't even bang that chick, did he?
I think he definitely did.
Might have been his first.
Yeah, I think he did.
Either his first...
No,
either
at the end he's like, maybe a kiss if you want to. That'd be nice.
That's true. Maybe he didn't.
I think he's out of his mind because this girl was his first.
Yeah.
I like to bite that dude's face.
First,
once in a while.
maybe first BJ or first something going on there.
You know what?
Let's see.
Hold on, Steve has some input. What do you have, sweetie?
Yeah, I was going to say that in that last part of it, he talks about getting a hug from her and a kiss if she wants to. So there wasn't a whole lot of physical contact going on with this relationship.
Oh, come on now. Really? You think? All right.
Well, thanks. There goes Steve.
Oh, Steve!
Yep. Oh, you can go.
Steve's car doesn't even drive straight. It just spins in circles with lights around it. Spaceship riding ass.
John in Wyoming. Go ahead, John.
Man, I'm sitting here listening to this shit. I just want to drive my car into a fucking pole. That guy, I hope he's crowded up in a closet somewhere just crying his eyes out, drunk off fucking moonshine. That is fucking pathetic.
Every guy's getting the douche chills today. Let's say hi to John in Michigan, I guess. John? Wow. What's up with the listeners today? Johnny!
Must be the hurricane.
John.
It's Tom or John?
What?
Whoever you
are. Whoever you are.
Talk.
Yeah, that dude had to have been a virgin, man. Cause he also was one of those dorks from fucking school could never get a girl, and he finally got something, and he's all obsessed about it.
That's true, too.
That could be true.
He's not a bad-looking guy, so she's probably like, he's kind of cute and friendly and, whatever.
Yeah, and then he pours his heart out on that tape. Oof.
You know what I used to do? I would never sing to a girl, but I would walk by her house with my radio playing when a cool part of the song came on. Like she would look out and associate me with the song.
Yeah, man.
With your Peter Gabriel.
You didn't really
hits.
do that, right?
Oh, yes, I did. With live Ozzy.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not.
You thought it would associate yourself,
like
Costanza, like that? Like they did on Seinfeld?
What's that?
You put the song in the girl's head, and she associates it with you every time she hears it.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I remember an anonymous letter I wrote, but I really wanted her to know who I was.
Anonymous, but not quite anonymous, yeah.
And then I asked her out on the phone.
And
she said no.
She's like, no, I don't think so. She was nice, though. She wasn't twatty.
That's why you listen to this, and you can laugh and everything, but what guy, depending on what age you were, didn't have the crush?
Dude,
you just, you wanted that girl so bad.
I said to her, because she was hot, I said to her, you don't want to go out with me, do you?
Ooh,
I looked her up in the phone book. And they like confidence. And and she's like, no, I don't think so. And I was trying to be casual, but I fucked up. I swear to God, I went, yeah, well, that's how the ball crumbles.
You said that's how the ball crumbles? You stunk back then. Oh, mushmouth. I think fans got that call for the next flubs. No?
Bloopers, flubs, and for real teenage humiliations. I am Iron Man. As I walk by the house.
Did you time your steps and the part and everything?
It's just...
I got to time. If I walk from this sewer cap over here to the door, it should kick in.
Wow.
Wow. I should have had a nozzle hanging off me.
You had it bad then.
That's
pretty bad.
The letter I wrote, I did something like, I'm like, if you want to know who I am, wear like such and such a shirt. It was like serial killerish in a weird way on Tuesday, like a pink shirt on Tuesday, and she did, or something I told her to signal, and of course she did. I just liked the fact that we had that little communication.
Oh my God. I had no balls or anything. Growing up, I was the worst with girls when I was really young. Like I'm talking 5th grade, 6th grade. We had this thing where we had to make
balls.
these.
You were getting laid at 13.
That's when I was older.
I'm talking fat chicks on a horse.
I'm talking 5th grade and stuff like that. 4th grade.
13. I was still 4 to 5 years away from getting laid.
We had to make these dinoramas. You ever make these in shoe boxes? You put them in a shoebox and you make these little scenes like Civil War and things like that.
The Pilgrims.
Yeah.
Was a popular one.
You put a mirror in there for the lake.
Yeah.
And then you put the little trees that you make and stuff. So we made those and other classes were invited to come in and you sat behind your diorama and they would look at it. So I had such a crush on this girl. And she was walking through, and I saw her online and everything, and I was going to try to... And I was imagining what I was going to say to her and how it was going to go the whole time she was walking toward me. So she comes up, she's right next to me, ready to look at my diorama, and she finally steps in front of me, and after all this plotting and scheming in my head, I just looked at her. She looked at me, kind of smiled. I said nothing. and she walked away. And all that, what played out in my head was just nothing. And I kicked myself in the ass for years.
Just a little faggot with a diorama.
That was it. I was not. I should have just cut a big hole in the back and stuck my cock through it so she could look.
Grab the tall Nordic character.
Here it is. This is a diorama of Loch Ness.
That's right. Go lick the surgeon's photograph. Cockies. Dude, you know what I wrote in the note? And I'm like almost can't say it.
No, what is it?
Oh, no. I was such a notorious Ozzy fan.
It is long. What did you say?
The Bam Jimmy. I want to stand back to back and kiss you belly to belly. I think I wrote, Dear Michelle.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, I wonder what his diorama was like. There's a little shoebox with a mirror in it. Well, apparently it was snowing in this town. I wrote something about I forget what it was, but I wrote I think Speak of the Devil was out, like Ozzy's album.
Yeah.
But I think I wrote it in like as a hint, like in Spanish or something like that, like the name of the seat.
Oh no, in your anonymous letter, so she would know it was you because everyone knew you were an Ozzy fan.
But you did it in Spanish.
Or something
so she would have to do
Apollo Diablo.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I should have gotten a restraining order.
I was awful.
Oh, is that horrid?
I used to follow a girl home.
Nice.
Every day. Every day, staying about 100 to 200 yards behind her, and then speeding up and getting closer and closer, and then backing off because I didn't have the balls to actually confront her. Day after day. I found out that she would walk home, and it was a good mile from the. This was in high school, actually. And,
how long did that go on?
Off and on for.
Present.
Off and on for, I would say, over a month.
Really?
Over a month.
Never said a word to her.
Never said a word.
Yeah, bunch of faggots.
Never said a word, and I really, at the time, I really liked this girl, but I just couldn't. Get the balls to actually, walk up to her and even say something like, oh, you're walking, oh, what a coincidence, something. I think at the end of it, she knew I was following her.
You know what the thing was? It wasn't so much that you're afraid to ask or afraid of rejection because of
you had it worked
rejection.
Up. You had it so worked up in your mind.
I would rather have this hope that it might happen someday than get rejected and know that the fantasy is just wiped out.
Right.
So as long as I don't ask, and she doesn't say no, there's always a chance that down the line something's going to happen that will bring us together and we'll hold hands.
I couldn't face being
the assembly.
You're so right, because at the time I couldn't face being rejected by her.
Right.
So it was like, walking up, I would get closer, and then my heart would just be boom,
yep.
boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I would have an anxiety attack, I think.
Yeah.
And then I would back off, like, no, today's not the day.
Nice long piece of duct tape out, the shovel, just waiting to clunk her over the head.
Do you understand? I'm 37 and I'm still doing the same thing. I can't ask because I'm afraid they're going to say.
And that ruins it.
Yeah, I want the fantasy.
I mean, this goes way back, but I believe I stopped doing it because I think she was on to me and would start walking a lot faster. And I'm like, you know what? She's now on to this. I gotta stop this.
It's him!
I gotta stop this.
Zoe! It's Opie! The blonde angel!
Yeah. Just trying to scurry.
I know you, you murderer! And the old guy from Tiny Make the Donuts is working behind the counter. I know you, you murderer!
All right, we should take a break.
I have to tinkalope. What do you say we head in there together?
I guess we have to.
Everyone pants around their ankles.
That's right, a bunch of men.
Wow, a lot of people have comments about this, so we'll stay on this for a little while. Mm-hmm. We also have a thing on stereotypes that I want to get on before we get out of here. And also, Tom from New Orleans, his daily check-in. We'll do that after the break as well.
All right, Tom, stay there.
Huh?
Where's our guest?
Tom.
That's at 10:15.
No, it's... Is it?
Yeah, 10:15. We got Charles Ross, one-man Star Wars show in studio.
Guys, get shirts. Guys, get shirts. Don't make a fucking maniac out of it.
You dick! Dick! You dick!
XM202.
That rock!
What a perfectly timed song.
Yeah.
When I was 18, my girlfriend at the time, the first girl I ever had sex with, another girl named Michelle, her friend would refer to me as For Whomer. That was their nickname, because I always wore those stupid Bell Kango hats. So it was like a For Whom the Bell Tolls reference.
Oh, that's awful.
What?
For Whomer?
Well, no, they were making fun of me because I was such a tool.
Yeah. You certainly were.
Oh, dude, I was a fucking tool squared. Like Shelto Adidas and Poetic Heart.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone!
Yo, Tom.
What's up, boy?
Hey, Tom. Wow, you sound a little up today.
You sound better.
You goddamn right I am. I got the fuck out of that hellhole.
You did. Where are you?
I'm at the fucking beach, baby.
What?
Me and my boy, we're at Fort Walton, Destin area, right between Pensacola and Panama City.
Ah, so you went east.
Took us forever. We had to go west first.
Yeah.
And then the whole time, because we had to get around all kind of shit. Like the water wasn't bad, but it was all the power lines down, and the shit was everywhere. It was terrible.
What a good decision though, going east after you go, because everyone seems to be going west. You're heading to the beach.
We went all the way. We went all the way to Baton Rouge, and so there was no gas. I said, "Fuck, we'll just get gas. We'll go up somewhere in this." So we start heading back, and we're like, "We're never going to get gas going east." So we're like, "Fuck, we're down to a quarter of a tank." So we turn around. We go past Baton Rouge, and the whole time I'm thinking of fucking Norton. So finally, I turn off the air conditioning in the truck. You little prick.
Good.
And now I'm thinking I'm going to run out of gas, and this is not going to be good. I'm going to be sweating my ass off with 3 fucking dogs and in the truck with no gas. And so we kept going, and finally we saw this gas station had a shitload of people at it.
How long the line?
We lucked out. What?
How long the line? How long did you wait?
About 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not even that bad. I've heard of 2-hour waits.
What'd you pay for gas over there?
$3 and 35 cents a gallon.
That's nothing.
Yeah, so you're out, man. All right, good for you. Good, you sound better.
You know, so I got gas. I'm at the beach. Dude, I feel so much better, man. It's bad, dude. Because I watched TV the whole way. I didn't watch a lot of the national shit when I was down there. I just catch 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Now you got the brothers shooting at helicopters from the dome.
Yeah, you're lucky to get out of there. They started fanning out to the suburbs.
Where are you, Tom, in a motel?
Yeah, we're at a motel, and we're just, like, right on the beach, baby.
Have you showered, Tom?
Have I showered? Last night at, like, 3 in the morning, first thing I did was that, and I'm getting ready to take another one, dude.
It feels good, right?
Feels so good. We slept in air conditioning. It's so cold. There's frost on the windows.
You overdo it the other way, then, right?
Exactly. It's so great, man. I would have gone star crazy. I was sweating. I was depressed. I was just miserable.
Tom, what are your plans now for long range? Because you eventually you're going to have to go back, but it looks like it's going to be quite some time.
Let's see, long range. What time is it about? Almost 9 o'clock?
That's his long-range plan.
Gonna get some beer. Gonna get some breakfast.
Hey,
Maybe
Tom.
beer can be breakfast. Go to the beach, baby.
I'm starting to notice something here.
We think you're an alcoholic.
Well, we know that already. Are you pretty much separated from your family?
Right now I am, yeah.
Like you and your wife are doing different things?
She went to her mom's with the kids. I stayed down to hold down the fort.
Yeah, but I would figure that eventually you would try to meet back up
Hook up with your family instead of going to the beach.
In this time of crisis.
Tom's like, I got the car, and she's like, no, I'll just hang here in the Astrodome. You go.
I'm cool. I mean, what am I going to do up there? I mean, I just wanted to chill. I mean, there's no way you can't really even get wet. I mean, going west is just miserable. It's like a parking lot.
Are there a lot of people running that ran around where you are now, or did you pick one of these areas that seems to be?
I don't think so, because I tell you what, it took us forever to get here. We came down I-10. We went through like I-10 right past on the other side of Biloxi and Gulfport when I went down.
I'd say that, but
and it
smart.
was bad, man. There's trees snapped everywhere. There's stretches of I-10 that's closed. You had to get off. It was the middle of the night. We were tired. We got off. We took this detour. The freaking cops had it wrong, so we went all the way in this giant circle. and we're back at the same detour. So we knew we had to go the other way.
Well, very glad to hear.
About 3 o'clock.
Very glad to hear you're out of there and safe. Did you batten down the house or anything, or you just leave?
I battened down the house. I mean, I locked it. I mean, there's not much more I could really do.
You get most of the valuables out?
Yeah, but I mean, if I get looted, I'm fucked. I mean, I got a lot of sports collectible shit and stuff like that.
Oh, and what's your address?
But I tell you what, it just feels so good to be out of there. I was going to go stir crazy in there.
Yeah, you're not going back for quite some time, you know.
Probably not. Well, they said, you know, you could come back and start getting some stuff Monday. This is the first day you can come back and get some stuff. So they let you into the parish. But we stopped at this one place, and this trucker was talking to us, and he's like, I got something for you boys. Come here. And he gives us these, let me see what the fuck this is. Ready-to-eat individual,
MREs, yeah.
Meals ready to eat.
Menu number 19, pot roast with vegetables. We're like, oh, thanks. You know, we get in the truck and throw that shit out. Like, we're eating steak and shrimp, dude.
Jesus. There are people starving, and he's throwing it away. You
really stink.
All right, Tom. Well, it's really good hearing from you, and glad you're safe, and keep us updated.
All right, boys. I'll call you maybe next week when I go back into desolation. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I got to move.
All right.
But here's one piece of good news. I found out from people that I work with and stuff. We're still going to get paid. So I just might pull an Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, you could do that.
You know?
Just sit out, go traveling, hang out at the beach. Good job.
Just travel, just chill.
All right, Tom.
All right, fellas. Y'all be good.
There he goes. Tom from Narlands. Tom.
I'm not going to do it.
All right, later.
He's smartened up. I think this disaster has helped Tom a little bit.
Well, he's sober for the most part.
Smartened up. Boy, isn't it great to see somebody that was in the center of all that disaster, decided they had to get out, and has no concern at all for his family. He just drove in the opposite direction of his family.
Right.
And the first thing he did was go to a beach and get some beer. What a creep Tom is.
That's why we like Tom.
Of course we do.
Dino.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I got a pretty good story with involving a mixtape. When I was a sophomore in high school, I knew this couple that had been dating for about a year. And on Valentine's Day, the guy sets up this elaborate sort of scavenger hunt for his girlfriend with her friends. You know, she'd find one friend, she'd get a gift and a note that would have a clue to find the next friend. And the scavenger hunt going on all day all over the school, and it ends with the last friend who has a boombox. And the friend presses play on the boombox, and you can picture that mixtape you just played with soft piano music playing in the background. Is what's going on the tape. Oh, I love you so much. It's a 1-year anniversary and this other stuff for about 5 minutes. And then the tape ends, and it says, turn around. And she turns around, and he's standing behind her with a ring, and he says, will you marry me?
Ugh. In high school?
Yes, in high school. Some kids are really awkward like that.
So what did she hopefully have a tape ready that said, go fuck yourself?
She just looked him right in the face, said no, walked away, and never spoke to him again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's getting a little deep in high school.
Yeah, it did. I was laughing my ass off at this kid, be honest.
No, really, be honest, though.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely
yes, we know it was.
Retarded.
But like, what was the absolute thing?
All right, thank you, sir. Did you fart again? Was that a silent one? Because it stinks in here.
You know what happened? I've been working out a little bit, and I went to make a muscle, and my skin is really pulled tight. I made a muscle, and it just squeezed my tummy.
Don't make me eat grapes all morning, because I'll do it. I'll do it.
You can eat grapes.
No.
You can eat grapes. Have some grapes.
You crepe.
Have some grapes.
I'm coming in with grapes. I'm coming in with grapes. I'm just going to sit here with a big pile of grapes and just eat them all morning
Let me tell
long.
you something, rookie. You can eat grapes and stand with your ass 2 inches from my face, and I'll laugh out loud. I'll laugh like De Niro in Cape Fear.
Don't challenge me.
Hey, you got an innocent bystander here.
Don't challenge me, Jimmy.
No. I don't want any pain in the ass innocent bystanders getting involved. Want my brother walking out more than a clothespin in his hand.
I kept his ass loud.
Tomorrow may be the day. I just eat grapes all morning.
I laugh at grapes.
Charlie Ross is here. Oh, this should be great.
All right, cool.
This is Star Wars.
No, we're not getting him in right now.
One-man show.
Oh, I didn't know what you said. I'm sorry, Hawk. If I was...
That's right, Hawk.
A little too
Hawk was
aggressive
quieting
toward you.
everybody. No.
How's the auction going?
Good.
The Opie and Anthony auction.
Don't talk the auction.
We'll be up and
Opie.
running. Hopefully,
Opie, he's saying no. Don't talk about the auction.
We'll hopefully be up and running very, very soon.
Hawk knows.
With all proceeds going to the relief effort down there in Mississippi.
His
and
new
Louisiana.
nickname. He's the FCC kid. That's a violation, man. Shut up.
I got a stereotype thing we want to play.
Do you?
Yeah, we talk about sharks and...
Yes, we do.
And stereotyping and all that fun stuff, right?
What's that Orlando show? The awful one?
The Fiasco.
Ooh, the Fiasco. Ooh, the Fiasco.
We do have more golden ticket hopefuls. Maybe we'll get to that before the end of the show. We have a podcast and some audio from Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Oh, mayo gums. Ooh, the Fiasco.
Oh, the Fiasco. Get off the fat jokes. Get off the fat jokes. Fucking Paula Panic. Shut up. I'll snap this rubber band right at your dumb eye.
All right. So we, stereotypes. Or stereotyping.
Yeah.
Or profiling.
Oh.
And we've also heard about shark attacks, haven't we?
Yes.
This summer. So we found this little thing. Listen to this.
You're swimming in the ocean. Suddenly, you see a shark nearby, and it is heading right towards you. What do you do? A. Judge the shark on the stereotype that sharks attack and kill people and get out of the water quickly. Or B. Be politically correct and judge the shark as an individual. Perhaps he is one of the few that doesn't fit the stereotype given to sharks and will not attack and kill you. Stay in the water and don't be a sharkophobe. Which of the two choices is the most intelligent choice? Which one would ensure the safety of your life? Will you teach your children to be sharkophobes and to stay away from and fear them? Or will you teach them that stereotypes are bad and force them to play and swim with sharks because it is wrong to judge all sharks based on the facts that many sharks attack and kill people? Stereotypes. Don't be ashamed or afraid to use them. They could save your life or the life of someone you love.
We're talking about sharks, right?
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
The problem with this show is you're a bunch of shark lovers. I don't want my daughter sleeping with a shark.
Come home with a shark.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty good, actually.
Wow. Yeah, that's subtle.
Your son is attempting to bring an outside ocean dweller into this shark. Shark.
All right, well, should we bring in...
I think so.
Charles Ross?
You betcha.
This is our first guest of the week, thanks to the booker that books for the radio show.
Although I will say that I got to credit this, the people who didn't show from that were supposed to come were not her fault. I got to say that. The two that they didn't call, they were supposed to call, they did nothing.
Oh,
I'm just going to say it once again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame her for that.
Yeah.
Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind?
Blind.
Can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will he fall?
Dun, dun, dun.
Is he alive or dead? Has he thoughts within his head? We'll just pass him there. Why should we even care?
I like when he screams it.
Nobody helps.
It's really cool.
He was turned to steel
Shut up.
in the great magnetic field.
Stop it.
Where he traveled time for the future of mankind.
Brown.
Nobody wants him.
Fucking too
He
soon.
just stares at the world, running his vengeance.
He is annoying, isn't
He
he?
really is.
That's the rocker.
Too quick to the punch.
This video's up on opieandanthony.com. Let's say hi to Charles Ross, one-man Star Wars show.
How's it going?
Mister.
Hey.
One-man show.
Yeah, based on Star Wars.
Based on Star Wars.
It is Star Wars, essentially.
It's Star Wars.
That's
the
all it is.
definitive Star Wars.
I wouldn't say definitive. I would
No.
say sort of the bastardization of it.
Bastardization. Where do you do this?
Well, here I'm doing it in New York at the Lambs Theater, which is 130 West 44th. It's kind of weird, man. Like, this is a comedy sketch that went really, really wrong.
Isn't it like Broadway over there?
Yeah, it is.
Like-
Well, it's considered off-Broadway.
Off-Broadway.
And I'm definitely the most off thing on Broadway. There's no...
So you're playing this as an off-Broadway show you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got my licensing agreement and stuff like that, so I mean, I don't feel too bad about it.
Can you do it for us?
The whole thing, or just a piece of it?
Well, how long is it?
It's an hour.
Well, we got about an hour left in the show.
Hour show.
Right,
can you cut it to 54?
I could do it, but I'd sweat all over the place and be positively disgusted.
What exactly is the theme of the show? Like,
well, okay, imagine you just take, Star Wars and take all the tech out of it. So it's just me doing like all the voices, all the like the music and stuff. It's kind of a dumb idea, and it kind of is dumb for the first 5 minutes, but I think people kind of dig it because people know Star Wars pretty well.
Do you get a lot of geeks in the
Oh
end?
man, yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's a high geek sort of concentration.
Do you use props?
No.
It's just you,
just me,
and your voice.
Yeah, it's a really stupid idea. But I thought it was
I
a dumb
will
idea.
not
Way
argue
to sell
with
it.
you.
Way to get people to buy tickets.
Do you have music that plays?
No, it's
just
me.
you. Do you use a microphone or do you yell?
Yeah, I do use a microphone. I mean,
all right, you and a mic.
Yeah, well, I've played it for like.
What do you wear?
3,500 people. Just
underneath.
Underneath, I wear a kilt. Yeah.
You wear you just regular clothes or is it?
No, it's like a person that would work on an airplane, like a flight suit type thing.
Oh,
just something really boring, but it's black. It's supposed to be really neutral, and yeah. Once again, I never thought this idea would work, but that was about 3 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since.
And who came up to you and said, this can be off-Broadway?
Nobody. It was actually, I met this guy when I was touring it on this thing, the Fringe Tour, which, I mean, there's American cities that do the Fringe, and there's Canadian cities. I'm from Canada. And
now it makes perfect sense.
Now it makes perfect sense.
Now, I was thinking, like, wait, this is a little odd. Canadian.
There was something in the water.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you've seen the new ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of the old ones. My friend watched the new ones, and he thinks that a lot of the technology and stuff is kind of surpassed a lot of what Lucas originally in kind of like intended to be, like his whole thing.
Like the space sort of cowboy western thing? Well, I don't know, man. I think the new things are made for new kids. Like, they're just made to... they sell toys. They get the kids to come out. They're sort of the helium-infused weird little character. I don't know. They're not up my alley. But when I was a kid and watched the old Star Wars films,
so you were a big fan.
Oh, when I was a kid, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
What was your favorite part of the original?
The original?
Yeah.
Oh man, there was too many parts. Actually, I really liked the evil guy, the Emperor. I mean, I thought he was sort of like.
Oh really?
Well, he's like
not
the perfect.
Many people pick that.
Really?
That guy.
I thought he was just like the perfect sarcastic bastard, and he was perfect.
Usually Vader, or
Yeah, I don't know. He was cool, but it was kind of hard to believe that a guy with a voice that cool could have given or been sort of the seed of Luke. The little whiny blonde guy.
He's whined through the entire movie.
But if you watch the old film or the new films now, you can see how much the Canadian guy who plays Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, he's a whiny bastard too.
Right.
Now, obviously, you were a big fan because you must have done the impressions.
Yeah.
Do you do the good impressions of this?
I wouldn't say they're all good impressions, but some of them are good impressions.
Some of them are good.
Some of them aren't so good, like Yoda sucks, but whereas Admiral Akbar, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the fish-eyed guy.
Yeah, that's him, yeah. I mean, I do a pretty good version of that, which is kind of cool, because today I got an audition for a Star Wars video game.
Oh, wow, look at
only
that.
through being in New York could you possibly get an audition to do like a Star Wars video game, where they actually need an Admiral Akbar.
And what about some of the sound effects? Obviously, the lightsaber would be a big one.
I mean, it sounds really dumb.
Absolutely.
No, it sounds kind of cool.
The point is that you get into the context of the show, right? And, like, how's it going to work? Is it going to work or not going to work? And, I mean, I can give you guys, like, a 2-minute bit from the show if you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I'd love to hear it.
Okay, this here is the trash compactor scene from the first film. And just bear with me.
Should I watch or kind of shut my eyes and imagine?
Oh, let's all imagine.
Let's all imagine? Okay, audience,
you want to
even
stand
if you're
up?
driving, shut your eyes.
No, well, let's see here. I'll stand up. Can I move the
you should
microphone?
stand up.
All
And,
right.
and of course, we want the listeners to comment, serious comments about...
Serious.
Yeah, because we got a lot of clowns that want to call in, but we want serious comments only.
Well, Charles Ross, the one-man Star Wars show. Here's a scene.
Get behind me! Get behind me! This is some rescue. You got in here, didn't have a plan for getting out? Well, he's the brain, sweetheart. What the hell are you doing? Someone has to save us, kids. In the garbage chute, flyboy. Get in there, you big woolly oaf. I don't care what you smell. Get in there. Get in there. Wonderful girl. I'm going to kill her and begin to like her. Get in there. The garbage chute. What a wonderful idea. What an incredible smell you've discovered. Well, it could be worse. It's worse. There's something alive in here. Something just swam past my leg. Look, did you see that? Kid, Luke! Kid, Luke! Blast it, will you? Had my gun jammed. Where? Oh, anywhere. No. Kid, Luke! Kid, Luke! Grab him! What happened? I don't know. Just let go of me and disappeared. The walls are closing in. Don't you stand there. Try to brace him with something. Wait a minute. 3PO? Come here, 3PO. 3PO. 3PO! Oh, where could he be? 3PO! 3PO! Are you there, sir? 3PO! We've had some problems. Will you shut, listen to me? Shut down all the garbage smashes on the detention level. Do you copy? Shut down all the garbage smashes on the detention level. No, shut them all down. Hurry. Hey, you did it, 3PO! Oh, look. Listen to them, R2. They're dying. Oh, curse the metal body. It wasn't fast enough. It's all my fault. My fault. We're all right. You did great. Where are we? 3263827. And that's how it goes.
Wow.
But for an hour.
Wow.
Why'd you chuck all the chips across the table, man?
The poker chips.
That's the blessing of the poker chips.
The blessing.
The blessing of the poker chips.
The only thing I see is I did not hear Chewbacca.
Oh, well, he'd be like,
I heard that.
Oh, I didn't even catch it. Okay.
All right.
Now, you do that for an hour straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that speed.
Faster.
There's no
no break.
No pauses like they would normally pause between these lines. You just rattle it out.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of break.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How much of the you do the entire movie?
Well, I mean, it's the Reader's Digest version. It's like been really super condensed down.
Yeah.
And I do Lord of the Rings as well, which is just dumb. But anyway, it works.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, there's this big, giant dork convention, Star Wars convention called Celebration 3, which happened in Indianapolis. And, I mean, you get 3,500 people watching this show at a time, which is really, really strange. I don't know, man.
I don't doubt it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like movie screens on the other side of the audience, or other side of the stage, and then out over the audience. And you'd never think that there could be that many people that know Star Wars
what's the reaction as you're doing it? Are they laughing? Are they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're watching.
Well, for some people, it's just like it's like watching a kid in the basement or something like that. For other people, it's about being able to sort of celebrate their own personal infatuation with Star Wars. You know.
Yeah.
So it's you either find people that really are laughing at it, and other people that are laughing sort of with you. So it's really strange to have.
Wow. Well, you've taken something and ran with it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you.
And best of luck to you with your one-man show.
We got some phone calls coming in. We have Jimmy Robinson on the phone. Jimmy.
Hey, this is Jimmy from New Jersey.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up, man?
Hey, do you do this scene? I like this scene in Star Wars when he have the fight and then there's just the empty robe with no one in it.
Yeah, I do.
Do you do that one?
Yeah.
Do you do the Robert Reed version? Where you get AIDS and die?
Yeah.
You stink.
Hey, serious calls only, you asshole. This is what happens now. We get a guest on the show. This is textbook. Get a guest on the show, and people call up, and no matter how much we tell them we just want serious calls, the assholes get through.
You stink.
Do you get a lot of criticism?
Your act stinks.
Do you get a lot of criticism?
There's a lot of criticism, and that's really highbrow criticism, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm crushed. The thing is, I think based upon that kind of a phone call, I'm pretty much, resolved not to do the show any longer.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I'm sure that guy was...
That was the last time, guys, you're ever going to hear it.
Loser sitting in his apartment, probably getting prostitutes at night to piss on him.
Let's say hi to Dr. Frank Davis. Dr. Frank Davis.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right.
I'm a doctor at Bellevue, a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Listen, just keep him distracted. We're sending a few guys down to get him. You stink, you nut job.
Thank you.
Let's say hi to Ben. Let's go to Ben in Boston. Ben? You like that, huh, Ben?
Ben.
Yeah. Can you just see where the Falcon goes and picks up Tom Brady? We all just go...
Seems to be doing his own one-man show all day long.
I think this guy enjoyed it.
Ben from Boston.
Holy man, I gotta get there to Boston.
Yeah. Any ideas? Maybe taking it on the road?
It's been on the road for the last 3 years, man.
Really? So you're not just here in New York? You'll be going other places?
No, there's this thing called Clear Channel, which I'm sure we're all aware of.
Yes, everybody is aware of.
And I'm going to, at least with the Lord of the Rings show, I'm going to be going to South Africa and Singapore. And
You're shitting me.
Man, I really...
Is there good money in this?
I haven't had another job for the last 4 years, man.
Have you had to pay Lucas anything?
Oh yeah, I mean,
for the rights?
you get a proper licensing agreement.
Yeah.
You don't do that, you can,
that'll cost you.
So I mean, it's weird. I really never intended for the show to go as it has, and I'm really glad that it has.
What was it? Just kind of a hobby?
No, it was I was working as an actor, and one day, like, literally, I wrote this comedy sketch, and when I say it went really wrong, it went really, really right or really, really wrong, because I didn't think people would be able to sort of keep up with it, and people have been able to keep up with it. So this has kind of almost left my own hands. I find myself here, not intending to come here to New York to bring this here. But, it's, kind of go big or go back home. And, I mean, I don't have a problem doing it. And
you're going to franchise it out?
No, I don't think so.
Get some other actors to do it, and you just sit home and pocket some cash?
That would be nice. But turn into Jabba the Hutt and lose my leg.
That's it.
Why don't we go to Steve in Yellowstone?
Steve in Yellowstone.
Steve?
Hi, I just wanted to know if you had any type of a copyright problem when you were dealing with George Lucas like I've had sometimes on my website.
Yeah, I mean, it is a copyright problem because it is, a matter of...
Come on! Bring me someone with talent.
What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking retard?
Yeah.
Hey, have fun in Yellowstone, buddy. Maybe you can sit on, like, the Old Faithful and have it go up your ass, you stupid piece of shit. Wow, man. I'm absolutely, crushed down to my very foundations, man.
I just don't...
This is amazing.
All right, thank you, Steve in Yellowstone.
Hey, man.
Good luck.
A guy is successful taking something and using his talent to get out on stage and actually do it. And did you you've been an actor? You said.
Yeah. I mean.
So now you're finally doing something that's working. You're making and people just can't seem to deal with that. Steve.
Well, at least not the people that are calling in here. God, man.
No, I think it's pretty impressive.
Steve.
Something.
You want to do another scene, or?
No. That's fine, actually. I mean, not many of the scenes from the show really work purely on radio, like, because a lot of it doesn't really all stick together. But, I mean, like, you get something like, she became a Karbawarpa Kawawuki. Which is obviously,
Jabba.
No, it's Princess Leia. But,
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, there's scenes that people definitely recognize, and there's characters like, people recognize, right?
Yes.
And like,
of course.
Yeah, but it's weird, man. Like you kind of have to see it on stage in order to really get the full idea of it.
That's why it's a stage show, and you don't have a CD out. Do you have a CD out?
No, not a CD or a DVD. And that's another thing, man. Like if it's a weird thing with copyright material.
You can only do this in one medium live like that. If you wanted to put a CD out, you'd have to pay Lucas more money.
Yeah, and I don't think I could ever get the rights to do it. So,
no?
No, not really. And that's okay. I mean, it's something I wouldn't want to franchise out because as long as I can do it, I'll continue doing it.
Right.
And I hopefully will not be a 65-year-old man, like, the one-man Star Wars trilogy, nattering out on stage to...
That'd be a little rough.
Listen to the screams of a person in Yellowstone National Park.
Sounds like you need some powerful lungs.
That guy was just an ass.
Oh, well.
So what are the details? The show's here in New York, right?
It is indeed, yeah. It plays every night at 8 o'clock, except for Wednesdays. Right now we have matinees at 3 o'clock. And it's going to be changing the schedule up a bit. We'll still have the shows at 8 o'clock every night, but we'll have a 3 o'clock matinee on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get tickets by calling Telecharge.
Jimmy, you missed it.
What?
You all right?
Yes, I was trying to get some production stuff because they're...
Yeah. Always the way.
Yes.
Well, Charles, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
For coming in. Sorry about the goddamn phone calls.
You're in 15 minutes, right?
Jackasses.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's just production stuff that Ben was supposed to do and did not do.
All right. Is there a phone number? Did we give out the phone number?
They can also check out www.onemanstarwars.com.
Onemanstarwars.com.
Did you do Vader? That was the one. Did you?
Luke, I am your father. Excuse me. There.
Can you do Can you do
Thank you.
Can you do C-3PO?
C-3PO. R2-D2, where are you? Yeah.
Can you,
I pardon you.
Jesus.
I pardon you.
They could just go on and on.
How about, I don't know all the characters. I was out there yesterday. It was like
R2?
No, I know, R2.
Well, if you don't know the show, I mean, if you don't know the movies, it's...
No, I saw the first one, but I don't know any of the new guys.
I do know R2 with my slide whistle. Yeah, see? You need a prop.
I feel like a prop sometimes.
Oh, don't you sweat it.
I won't.
I like seeing a successful guy.
Of course.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you.
Charles Ross, one-man Star Wars show. And there he goes. We should take a break, I think, huh?
Charles?
We're going to take a break. We're going to regroup, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show in a few moments.
Yeah. We'll continue in a couple of moments.
What happened? No audio. Holy shit. What happened?
Oh, was he fucking pissed.
Why? Why?
Livid.
No,
He just walked out, by the way. That wasn't a take it easy. And just...
Did he cut some liners?
No. He took off before his crew here even knew that he was gone. He was already out the door, and they were, he left already. And they
someone follow him with the cell phone.
Wow, is he pissed off.
See what's wrong.
Yeah.
Someone who has balls, see what's...
hurry up, Hawk.
See what's
trying
wrong.
to ask him, if everything went okay.
Well, that stupid caller from Yellowstone pissed him off.
Steve from Yellowstone.
Well, that's Derek. Creative little boy.
Steve from Yellowstone. I sometimes have problems.
Hello? No? I thought we had somebody.
What's the problem?
Oh, wait, here we go. Eric.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey. Hang on 1 second. Hey, before you guys go, can they talk to you one more time? About the lamp theater and everything like that for his plug, because he didn't say the lamp theater and all that. He did. The lamp theater? Can they talk to you one more time?
Just because they want to. We don't think it went well. We want to ask him why he left angry.
Okay, hold on. Hey.
Charles, you're not mad, are you?
No, it's just,
What happened?
It's all right, man.
No, what happened?
The theater is 130 West 44.
No, but the thing was, you seemed like you left when you were mad.
Yeah, I know. I just, it's just kind of shitty, the phone calls coming in, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it's an uphill battle, man. I was puking all yesterday, and I've been puking this morning. I'm really kind of sick, so it's not your fault. It's me.
Charles.
The audience, too.
Charles, there's only 3 phone calls.
I know, man.
Out of the 3 we took. That's
no,
not
it's
that
not
bad.
your guys' fault, man. I'm just being a big baby, so... Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but why are you being a baby?
All right.
You're very talented, obviously, and the show's doing very well.
No, it's going well, man.
Are you not sick, like a flu or something, are you?
Yeah, I've had the flu for like the last couple of days.
Oh,
so.
no.
Yeah.
Hope you didn't bring it in here.
I hope I did.
Why? Where's the Charles? Who are you mad at us though?
No, God no, man.
Who
Not
you,
at all.
Who are you mad at?
Just the whole, guys calling in and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
we get that though every day. We get people call up.
We get yelled at too.
The thing is, I put, you do put yourself out there, and it's like I'm pretty easy to kick in the balls, and I try to always kibosh the people trying to kick me in the balls beforehand.
Yeah.
And it's like
that Steve guy calls every day though.
Yeah, Steve
calls us and bashes
Steve's
us
an
every
asshole.
day.
You should hear what he says about us every day. Steve in Yellowstone stinks, and that guy Ben in Boston's awful. If you understand what he's saying.
They're like regular callers that we can't screen out that just call up and bash us and our guests all the time.
Yeah.
Guy drives a hybrid car, for God's sake. Enough said.
Yeah. I just, when you feel sick and, you try to put it out there, it's just, I don't know, man. It feels like an uphill battle.
No, you did not. Oh, you scumbag. Holy shit. He's talking about the uphill battle. Click. Oh, you didn't.
Gotta give the guy credit though. I threw that entire poker chip thing at him, and he didn't even flinch.
Stop.
He didn't even miss a.
He didn't even stop.
Well,
you can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Why isn't Eric calling back?
Hopefully he's got a fist in his gum line. Do Dude, I just frunk. She had fucking mayonnaise leaking out of his teeth. Good shot to the mouth.
Oh.
Right now, that dummy is trying to explain why, like, the phone hung up and it's still showing the minutes are ticking. Like, no, Dude.
Yeah, let's get him back on the phone. What happened?
Are you kidding?
Why'd he hang up on us?
Eric,
why do
the phone must have cut out or something.
Ah, damn it.
All right.
Hold on. That wasn't me hanging up.
No, all right. We thought, because right when that happened, we were like, uh-oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, we don't want, we don't want you going away mad, and we want to give you the final word here. So, Charles.
Yeah, I know.
Charles, so what were you saying?
I don't know what it was. I guess it's just
you're saying you're feeling sick or something like that, and it's just about
I had to do like 2 shows yesterday, and it was like woofing in between the shows. I don't know. Everybody's got some kind of cold of some sort.
No, it was something about an uphill battle, and
yeah.
And you're easy to get to, and you're working on that or something like that.
What's that?
You said something about, and the thought kind of got cut off. That it's like you're easy to kick in the balls or get to, and you feel like it's like an uphill battle.
Try doing this type of show here, right? And like sometimes trying to maintain a sense of like feeling good about yourself. It's such a strange thing to be doing because like.
I can't be part of this. This show stinks.
You feel good about yourself, ka-chink.
Right now. That's hard sometimes. Click.
And right now, Eric is trying to explain why it once again cut off and why the mouthpiece smells like the inside of a baby coffin.
Breathe. Nope. All right.
Oh my God.
Eric, what happened?
He came back in. He followed me in. He wants to come back in.
Oh. And we've moved.
All right.
Okay. No. Let me get out of the studio first because I got to call again.
Yeah.
You can tell him I want to keep his handlers away from that window. I know. Where's Ben? Ben's in the back office. Dude.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, Jesus. That's too funny. There he is.
I don't know what's going on with the phone. Were you in the elevator area?
No, I was going to the bathroom. I felt like
I was
puke.
No.
Why?
Yeah. No, it's not you guys
flu?
at all, man. Yeah, I've had on my days off. I got to look after my girlfriend and our 2 friends that came from Victoria to visit us, and they were puking like lying down on like the couch and on the bed, just barfing in bags and stuff. So,
what's Victoria?
Victoria,
Canada?
Yeah, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where are you from up there?
Victoria.
Victoria?
Yeah, I live in Victoria, but I mean, I was born in this place called Prince George, BC. Which, did you ever see the movie Strange Brew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Rick Moranis.
That's all we know of Canada is through Strange Brew.
Well, it was filmed in Prince George, BC. This is where I was born and where I kind of grew up until I was like 11 years old or something. And I watched.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if they ever told you, but I'd watched the Star Wars trilogy like over 400 times before I was 11 years old.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
It was just your thing.
We didn't have television. We had a television. We had a VCR, but we didn't have
very
cable.
Cool when you were a kid. I mean, I watched that movie. I can't even tell you how many times too. As a kid, I mean, sitting there, as an opening scene, first time you ever saw it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
But I mean, I put it on like sort of as background noise. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Like in the morning, just.
Wait, you just had no TV?
Did you get the whole movie memorized?
No.
Word for word? No?
I doubt it. I mean, when I wrote this, though, it was going from memory rather than going back and watching the films and try to draw stuff out. Yeah.
So there could be some inaccuracies.
Oh, huge inaccuracies. Yeah. And you get people telling me that I've got this wrong or that wording wrong or something wrong. And it's like, well, who cares?
And they're probably dressed like Jedi with lightsabers in their hands when they tell you this.
Oh, yeah, man. I've met a lot of those people.
You've been to the conventions?
Well, just to perform. I've never actually been to a convention.
Yeah.
Outside of
scary people.
Well, some, but a lot of these people have really normal jobs and normal lives too, right? Like they do normal things, except that this is their hobby. So,
true. Well, you got a lot of action on the phones. I mean, they're just going crazy.
Oh, great.
We got a call coming in from Riskless, Montana.
Well, let's do it.
This is Travis. Travis.
Hey, dude, why are they giving you such a hard time? I thought it was pretty good what you did.
All right, good. All right, there you go.
See, that's positive.
I told you.
I'm a fan of the movie. I mean, it's hard to find somebody that kind of knows everything about the movie, and everybody thinks I'm a geek, but I like the movie.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. People think
go.
I'm a geek, too.
How old were you when you started, like, watching the movies and stuff?
How old was I?
Yeah.
He said he saw the movie 400 times before he was 11, I think.
First time I saw it was in Waikiki. We used to live between Waikiki and Prince George. So the first time I saw it was near the Waikiki Banyan, if you've ever been to Waikiki. What? Did you just...
Ramon!
Oh, it's this guy again.
Did you just squeal off the road again, buddy?
Ramon!
Is this Steve?
Tell this guy. Ramon! This guy sucks black dick.
Why do the screeners...
No, this guy tricked us.
The screeners can't find out that that's not Travis?
Ramon! Star Wars is for faggots.
All right, we get it.
Ramon! Tell this guy...
Steve.
Cock.
Steve, please lose the phone number.
Where do you live, man?
Yeah.
Ramon! Tell this faggot that Wookiees aren't real.
Holy shit, dude.
The guy's cracking himself up.
This is awesome.
All right, Steve.
Do you want my home number, fuckhead?
Really? What? You know, they're faceless people. I love it. Like message board people. They have no face. They love jumping in and bashing, but they never want to confront anybody. Come down to the studio. We'll kick your ass.
Yeah, why don't you come in the studio, buddy? Steve,
enough. Go find your boyfriend Ramon or whatever the hell.
Why don't you come in the studio if you had balls? All right, there he goes.
Jesus.
Sorry about that, buddy.
It's a daily battle on this show to deal with these assholes.
Brian Clifton, what's up?
Hey, this is Brian from Clifton Park.
Hey, Brian.
I saw them at Celebration 3. I loved them. I really did.
Oh, okay.
All this crap they're giving you is a bunch of bullshit.
Saw the show?
You're very talented, and I love the films. And what people do, and it's a great film, and I can't believe that people are dissing them like this. It's a bunch of jack-offs.
You're always going to get
Keep doing what
it.
you're doing. I saw you at Celebration 3. Keep it up.
Cheers, Brian.
I'm punching out.
You're always going to get the one or two. What they call the bad apples.
So what is with Ramon?
I don't get.
I don't know. Every time this Steve guy calls, it's always about Ramon. We still don't know what it means. It's
but he actually listens to the radio and then bothers to call in.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Wow.
He actually listens and then calls in to bash.
Is he like your sort of village idiot, but sort of
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day we got to deal with his shit.
Ramon. Who cares, Ramon?
Dan in New Hampshire checking in. Let's say hi to Liddy. Liddy.
Hey, hello.
Liddy. What's up, Liddy?
Why is everybody giving this guy a hard time?
Liddy, you stink.
Ramon, Darth Vader has AIDS.
Holy shit, dude.
Why do you call?
Ramon, C-3PO should be molested.
Man.
Wash my balls.
He's got he's Liddy. Liddy and Ramon? What the hell?
What?
Liddy. This is
Ramon,
he needs
is going to be an awful producer.
He needs a writer, obviously.
You got no material, dude.
Ramon, why are Ryan Fez hiring that lazy bag of shit?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Liddy.
God damn. So he's like an honorary DJ, or like on the
honorary
the eye in the sky or something like that.
Yeah. For some reason, he's very good at getting past the screeners.
Let's go to the Ramon
Guys,
part.
Any more Steve from Yellowstone calls, and you guys are done. I mean, Jesus.
Check the caller ID.
Yeah.
Ben,
don't we have caller ID?
Ben, what's up?
Yo, what's up? I want him to do Yoda eating Princess Leia's ass.
Ramon.
No, this
was
is not
that
This
him?
is somebody totally new.
Yeah, do you do that though? Seriously, if you do all the voices, do you mess around with the voices a little bit?
No, not
do
really.
Alternate scenes?
Well, no eating of Leia's ass.
No.
But that would be great.
Any other movies that you have in mind to
I was thinking Terms of Endearment, maybe.
Terms of Endearment.
Yeah, that would be great.
How about blowing Chewbacca?
Blowing Chewbacca.
All right, let's say
Look
hi
at
to-
the size of that thing.
I think Star Wars: The Wrath of Khan. Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan would probably be a good one. Good choice.
Sonny Forelli, what's up?
Hey, this guy's really good, man.
Oh.
Ramon.
All right.
Yeah, you know something? Your book is doing an excellent job. What's his name, Ramon? Punching out.
That's not even Steve.
I don't even get that one. All right, Frenchie.
Hey, this guy is very good. Why is everybody giving him shit?
Ramon.
Hey. Is that the real Frenchie?
Yes.
And you like it?
Yes, I like him. He's good.
Oh, okay.
He does a good job. Come to my restaurant.
Oh, plug your restaurant.
Ramon, this guy sucks. Ramon, bring this guy a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
All right, look. I've had it. I have had it.
Bring me a hybrid vehicle.
You really got to bring this guy on, man.
Bring me a belly the size of a change purse.
Jesus Christ.
Look. Shave my arms.
All right, thank you, Frenchie.
Suck it.
All right, thanks. Jesus. All right, well, Charles Ross,
Charles,
One Man
again.
Star Wars show.
Again, thank you very much.
What's the website? One Man
Thanks to
Star
Ramon.
Wars.
Yeah, Ramon.
Right?
Yeah, that's it.
OneManStarWars.com.
Yeah, it's got the
ticket
times
info
listed.
and all that.
Yeah. Also, I believe in the new year we're going to be opening up the One Man Lord of the Rings probably in the same space as well. So
Right here in New York.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Can you give us a little taste of that?
Sure.
We want it. We need it. Must have the precious. Master is our friend. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. I'm not listening. You're a liar and a thief. Nope. Murderer. I hate you. Bury with me. It was me. We survived because of me. Not anymore. What? We don't need you. Leave now and never come back. Leave now and never come back.
Anyway. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty damn good.
No more chips thrown at me though. This is good.
That's
well. It's really cool though. Is the guy who played Gandalf, Ian McKellen, came and saw the show when I did it in
Really?
Vancouver. Yeah, it was weird, and he
is
actually
weird.
really liked it. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really strange thing, man. Like going from like doing just sort of the comedy sketch thing to suddenly playing with the big boys, or having to like suddenly be in the scrutiny of Steve
of the likes of a Steve from Yellowstone. That would be that'd be a little nerve wracking though, having Ian McKellen there.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, because he's like an actor. And,
he was in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. So if he hated it, then I'd feel like crap, or just sort of feel worse. And sometimes you do when Steve calls you Ramon.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Ramon every goddamn day. How about The Matrix?
Don't know.
Yeah.
The Matrix would probably work.
Hey, Jimmy. Could work.
It's kind of hard to find like a show that's that popular. Like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings is super popular. But I think in terms of endearment, if they put out one more, man, it'll be right up there.
Fried green tomatoes. And maybe,
I was thinking maybe the
Bridges
Muppets.
of Madison County.
You bet.
That's a good one.
What's up, Jimmy?
Did you get the...
Yeah, he's getting the auction stuff all together.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
All right. Very good. All right, we're going to say goodbye to
I
Charles.
bring other stuff in, though, which I will bring in. The stuff from the CD, which I
right
bring
on.
in.
All right. Charles did a great job for us
Thanks,
today.
guys.
Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much.
Feel better.
All right, I will. I hope so.
All right.
Cheers. See you.
We'll finally take a break, I guess.
We could do that. What time is it already? Wow.
It's
getting late.
It's that time.
It is almost.
Good.
I check my chronometer.
All right. Thank you, Charles. Very good.
You did get him. Dude, I could not stop laughing. I'm trying to play it all straight, like I'm disgusted with Steve, and I'm laughing where snot is coming out of my nose. I'm laughing so hard.
Did you know who it was?
Ramon. By the way, instant feedback coming in, and just people are dying laughing at the Steve call.
It's so uncomfortable.
People had problems driving. Very, very funny. Oh my God. Poor guy. You could tell he was mad too.
You
He was
think?
cursing.
I was mad having to hear that
Fucking
voice.
asshole. Yes. Why don't you come to my restaurant? Rumbo, and then just rumbo.
Did you hear me laughing?
Of course.
That was the best part.
You're the worst. You couldn't. Rumbo. Steve from Yellowstone.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Oaday virus.
Why don't we get to the chimp story?
What's the chimp?
We were talking. Oh, wait, was it before he got here? I guess it was. The guy was released from the hospital. Yes, he had a little encounter with
a run-in with a chimpanzee who bit off his fingers, ate his face.
Oh, that guy.
And chewed off his testicle.
Shoot, you know how awful it must be to get your balls chewed off by a fucking primate?
Yeah, that's what they do. They know, hey, I don't like this guy, and I'm sure I wouldn't like his kids. So I'm just going to eat his balls now and put a stop to his whole family lineage. So that's how chimps work.
The mafia should do that in vendettas, because you know how they kill the oldest son or whatever so he won't come back? Boy, that would be an effective method. I'm going to eat your balls. Antonio Andolini. Chew, 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 chew.
Hey, the Penthouse
Michael Corleone says hello.
They ate Sonny's balls at the Causeway.
Put an athletic supporter on him. I don't want his mother to see him this way.
It means he's digesting Luca Brassi's balls.
What are you going to do? Nice college boy. You're going to get dirt all over. You're going to walk up Tourette on his balls. He wants to go up and eat his balls. It's just business and you're taking it very personal.
Bada beep, bada boop, I eat his balls.
That's it.
Easy for you to say, Tom, they weren't your balls.
Oh, you won't see his balls no more.
I was as much a protective sack to him as you are, Sonny.
Take the balls, leave the cannolis.
Wow. How are the balls in this place? Easiest to chew in this city.
You put in your balls, some wine, little sugar.
And that's my trick. Even in prison, Paulie used to slice the balls very thin with a razor blade. It was a very good system.
Mike, you don't come to Las Vegas and bite the testicles of a man like Mo Green like that. Good, and there's not one fucking chick out there that gets any of these. Good. Enjoy it, guys. That's not me. I didn't see that movie. Exactly, stupid.
Yeah. Can't put balls in steel magnolias, can we? The balls of Madison County.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right. Before we get out of here, don't forget, later today we'll have our auction up. At least links to it on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com.
My nose is running.
Also, hoping that the fan sites get involved with this. We're going to try to raise some money for the relief effort down there in Mississippi and Louisiana.
Cash money.
Cash dollars. We're pretty much finding all our junk and making it special, and we're going to have a big auction.
That's right, so come
charity auction.
Get our junk.
So later today it should be up and running, so just keep checking all the websites that you know and love, okay?
I've wanted Opes junk.
Ooh. No. No. Sarge, Whackbag, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you what I learned today, and that was if you stick your hand in a jar of jelly beans, the shark-flavored ones steal your watch.
The what?
What do you say? I don't know. Turtle, Iowa.
Shark-flavored ones steal
hey,
your
guys.
watch.
That's pretty funny.
I'm on the fucking interstate, and I was laughing so hard, I had to pee, and I'm fucking covered in piss now.
All right, we made him piss his pants.
Of course.
God damn it, bring back the Church of Opie.
Oops, sorry about that. Eli, Minnesota.
Hey, I learned fucking Ramon's an asshole.
No, Ramon's not an asshole.
No.
The other guy is.
Steve's an asshole.
From
Steve
Yellowstone.
from Yellowstone.
Steve from Yellowstone. Yes.
Well, Ramon's an asshole, too, for hanging out with Steve.
All right. I just read a feedback. One of the listeners didn't get it until he heard Liddy.
Didn't know it was Jimmy until he heard Liddy.
Right.
You couldn't tell that cackling ass.
Ben from Boston.
Ben from Boston.
Or fucking, did you use this Travis from Riskless?
Yeah. Riskless Montana, I think. John, Jersey, what's up, buddy?
I love how when that fell
Hold
apart, though.
Ramon.
They
all just turned into Ramon.
Yes, John.
Oh, where'd he go?
Threw him on hold for a second because we were still talking. All right.
Bastard.
What else do we have to do before we get out of here today?
Any updates? Are they still evacuating people, or have they stopped because of the gunfire? I always got to go home, and this is on all day,
right?
The news in the studio, but I know nothing from it. I got to go home and turn the news on and listen and watch for another 16 hours.
I think the gunfire came from, someone that isn't going to be on one of those buses. And
no, probably on the outskirts somewhere.
And is a little pissed off. So
maybe somebody they wouldn't let in.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe a ragamuffin.
Shooting. A lot of shooting.
Yeah, there
emails coming in.
Covering the shooting.
Shooting.
There was a shooting at the Superdome.
Well, XM247 has a lot of really good updates about what's going on down there.
Oh, maybe I'll listen to that on the way home.
XM247 with the latest updates as far as Hurricane Katrina goes. Wow, look at that.
A big pile of boats
just piled up on top of each other.
Louisiana.
Wow. All right, let's play What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony Show
program.
Yeah, I learned that Darth Vader has AIDS.
Jesus.
He was so offended by things you were saying. Darth Vader having AIDS.
All right, let's say hi to Tim. Tim, what did you learn on the show today?
Hey, man, I learned that A-Rod equals A-bomb.
That's right. Let's go to Paul in Indiana. Paul, what did you learn on the show today? All right.
Kyle from Indiana?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, I spoke with Eric Logan, and he told me that Star Wars is alive and well on XM202.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Juan.
Ramon, bring me a golf ball retriever.
No. That's a Star Wars kid reference. That's very funny.
That's pretty funny.
Look at this guy. He's laughing.
Oh, I smell the latest bit. Oh, no. Weeks of this coming up.
Ramon.
It's never inappropriate.
No.
Hey, why don't we say hi to the guy going to Iraq, man? You're going?
Where is he? Who's the guy going?
Come on in.
Oh, he's got a Pest shirt.
I see he's wearing the official Opie and Anthony Pest T-shirt that my brother designed, and you can get at opieandanthony.com.
It's cool. Your brother doesn't send us any.
I know. Yeah. I don't know why. I haven't even been able to talk to my brother in weeks. He's doing whatever he does. I don't know. What's up? What's your name?
How's it going, gentlemen? Brian.
Hey, Brian. Big fan of the show?
Oh, yeah.
Going to Iraq tomorrow?
No, that was a little exaggeration on behalf of my counterpart. Very soon. This is my last day in New York.
Oh, and then where do you go?
Well, back down to Fort Campbell, and then,
then off to
hanging out for a little while, and then...
how long is a little while? 2-3 years?
I don't know.
You don't even know if you're going to Iraq, do you?
Friend lied.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah, hey, dude, I'm going to Fort Monmouth in New Jersey. I'm a little nervous.
He's not even in the Army.
No.
Are you in the military?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you can tell by my beard.
What are you?
You're not even in the military, are you?
What are you? What are you in?
I'm in the Army.
You're in the Army?
Yep.
And what do you do in the Army?
Well, I'm an Arabic linguist, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Say something in Arabic.
Malatorid atakalam. Ya Jimmy.
I don't agree with that, though.
Why aren't you over there? I hear they need you people.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. I mean, they rotate people in and out.
An interrogation?
Yeah.
You do some of that?
A little bit.
How much Arabic do you speak? If you're a linguist, I mean, that's not like I took Arabic 101 in high school. How much do you talk?
Well, I'd say I was pretty fluent coming out of school.
Why did you take that?
That's actually what I joined to do.
So you didn't know it until you joined the Army?
Nope.
You can learn it that fast?
Yeah.
I took 6 years of Spanish. I can't even say hi.
Are you always good with languages, though?
Yeah, that's always been my strong
point. That's your knack, right?
Yeah. But imagine if...
you got a brain for it.
Yeah, but if you were in 6 years of Spanish, if that's the only class you took every day, all day long, you'd pick it up pretty quick.
It's a lovely language, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
How do you say...
Next to Italian, it's the most beautiful language.
Can you... people would never think you could understand them either.
Well, look at me,
Oh, do you hear them in the cabs talking?
Yeah, all the time.
And you're like, the guy, he doesn't... And they would never think you know what they're talking about.
Yeah, those cabbies planning something or what?
You know.
You ever hear anything? Yeah, any inside info?
Yeah. I listen, you know.
You ever answer one in Arabic? Like if he's a real douche to you and says something in Arabic, you answer him in Arabic?
It happens, you know, especially, you know, just coming out of the 7-Eleven or something. You know, instead of saying thank you, you know, just give them like, hey, shukran. You know, it's thank you in Arabic. And they'll look at you like, oh,
Bring
you know,
back
oh
the
shit.
Star Wars guy.
Oh shit, you know.
Holy crap.
How do you say, Ramon anything?
Ya Ramon.
Ya Ramon.
Ya Ramon.
I'm going to cut your head off.
Shave my face and bring me a belt.
Hey, you should do some of this for Steve.
Urid Thiabi.
It's
like, I want my robe.
We could do some production with this guy.
Yeah.
Make sure he does a session with Steve. All right, you can sit there while
sounds like a homoerotic BDSM thing.
Pinchy, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned you don't catch tuberculosis from farting.
You don't catch it, that's right. Jimmy Boston, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man.
I learned that Steve is from Yellowstone, and today's Jimmy's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, man, very much. Everyone else forgot.
Ed?
I learned that Yoda ate Princess Leia's ass, and that guy blew Chewbacca.
All right, let's say hi to Todd in North Carolina. Todd?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I learned that Billy's thesis was... Oh, I fucked up.
Kerry, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned that Steve from Yellowstone and Ramon can salvage even the shitty job that the booker does.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Doughboy?
Go and leave out behalten, yeah.
Learned that Jimmy doing Frenchie doing Ramon is very funny.
Of course it is.
Brian Hughes from D.C. I learned today Steve's hybrid car sound will never get old.
There he goes.
Mark from Jersey, I learned that when you strike out with the women, well, that's how the ball crumbles. Brian from posthores.net. Today I learned that Norton's asshole looks like an alien's mouth. That's a gem.
I learned Anthony wants to see Star Wars 2, The Wrath of Khan. All right. Made one mistake talking about Star Wars, and I said that instead of Star Trek.
Oh, it's all right, sweetie.
Leave me alone.
Leave him alone.
Chris, what's up?
I learned you can have a beard in the Army. This guy's full of shit.
What?
No, he's only kidding, dude. It's like a couple days of growth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
G.I. Joe had one.
Yeah.
Remember G.I. Joe had a big beard?
He certainly did. This guy's the kind of beard you should be on a courtroom stand while Denzel defends you. That's the type of beard he has.
That's how we end today, I guess.
Really?
Oh. You got anything else there, sir? The one leaving?
Yeah. I learned that there's more...